How's it going, everybody? I am back, and yeah, rapid fire live streams, and we got Wolfie Plays back. But this time,
how's it going, everybody?
Yep, he's not going to be reacting to some more server blight. And yes, I'm aware the server blight video just came out 2 days ago. We're going to wait for a couple of server blight videos to pile up, and then I'll have him react to some of them. We'll just knock him out rapid fire.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, he just told me that he's got a bit of a love-hate relationship with it. He loves the story that's going on, but he hates the jump scares. Can't have the good without the bad.
Yeah.
But what we
are
going to be,
lucky ring on.
Yep. What we are going to be reacting to is some videos from the Fat Electrician and Habitual Line Crosser. Now, these guys are known on YouTube, all right? However, it's not horror stuff. It is more or less just military shit or like military history or business, whatever. And you'll see when we get to the videos. But for now, I'm just gonna pick one at random. You know, let's go with this one. We'll start off.
So crackhead ass up.
What the hell? All right, let's just get right into it. Oop. Okay. Now. Okay, so you can't hear him here, but I will get that changed real quick.
You can hear me?
Okay, I see it. I see it popping up. Are you able to hear yourself on this one?
Yeah, I can hear myself on this one. Yeah.
Perfect.
I got my tablet right here. I can hear myself.
Okay,
thank
got
God.
it. All right, let's do it. All right. So here we go.
Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I actually.
All right. We're starting off with, like I said, the Fat Electrician. We are going to start off with Waffle House, the Roman Colosseum of the South. So yeah, we're just gonna start off with something real juicy here.
Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. I actually debated on which channel I was going to upload this video on because on one hand, we're going over a business and the business model that it has, but on the other hand, this restaurant is basically the Roman Colosseum of the South, and I'm pretty sure if you eat there enough, you actually get a deployment patch from the US military. Regardless, I wore my schnazziest tank top for the occasion.
So, what do you think so far?
I did.
Today we're talking about Waffle House. Okay, just to be completely clear with everybody, I was pretty sure
What? You've heard about Waffle House before, haven't you, Wolfie?
I think so. What do
you know? What do you know about it?
Just as a restaurant.
Well, you're about to learn a whole lot more.
was not going to get caught off guard because Waffle House is
already
absolutely crazy.
Back
I
to
started
school.
looking into it and then found out that Waffle House is somehow connected to the Manhattan Project from World War II. So,
yeah, Waffle House is somehow connected to the Manhattan Project from World War II.
Oh, shit.
Yep, we're starting off juicy with this one.
They managed to actually surprise me, and we're going to get to it right after a word from our sponsor.
All right, gonna very quickly, I'm gonna skip over the sponsorship.
Understandable. I mean, we can't be stealing from our sponsor, so.
All right. Right about, here we go.
All right, Waffle House. Our story begins with a gentleman by the name of Tom Faulkner. This man graduated from law school at 23 years old, passed the bar, and immediately gets drafted in 1940 in the days leading up to World War II. Because he graduated from college, he's presented with two different options. He can A, go straight into officer training, and that's a 3-year commitment, or he can just be a normal draftee and go in as an enlisted soldier, and that is a 1-year commitment. Now, you gotta remember, at this point in time, like 1940, while World War II is currently going on, America's not involved yet. The attack on Pearl Harbor has not happened, and prior prior to the attack on Pearl Harbor, the American people did not want to go to war. Because of that, Tom Faulkner figures, hey, we're not actually going off to war. I don't want to waste 3 years of my time just being in the military, not actually, you know, fighting a war or whatever. So he chooses to be a draftee. Goes into the military as an enlisted soldier, E1 private. From there, goes off to basic training. As soon as he gets through basic training, the attack on Pearl Harbor ends up happening. America enters the war. He immediately opts to go into OCS training and commits for 3 years.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Basically, to give you what happened at Pearl Harbor in a nutshell, Japan decided to send some planes to America to bomb the crap out of it, and basically the final boss of Earth managed to get involved into World War II. So yeah, Japan went up to Italy. Yeah, Japan went up to Italy and Germany and said, "Hey, we managed to get America involved in this war," and they just turned to Japan and just go, "You basically just fucked us. You fucked every single one of us because you know what America's capable of, right?" And just think, that was about 80 years ago. 80 years ago.
After he completes the officer training course, he actually gets slotted to be a counterintelligence officer where he does, and I quote, a lot of top secret stuff.
You see, my identity must remain mysterious and my mission secret. I cannot reveal it to you.
Obviously, we got some movie references here. What movie
Beverly
does this
Hills
reference?
Ninja.
Huh?
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah. Think of this as like a starting project of Kung Fu Panda.
All right. Well, let's continue.
Like,
You can actually tell
think of this as like the first Kung Fu Panda.
Oh.
Remain mysterious and my mission
Sure.
secret. I cannot reveal it to you.
I'd be like, I would turn to that guy and say, "Cap, I'm calling Cap. That's bullshit."
You can actually tell in the interviews that he gave later on
Yeah.
in his life,
But I would still say, you just don't want to tell me.
like in his 70s, 80s, and 90s, that he's still not sure what he is and what he isn't allowed to talk about. But he did end up telling us that basically it was hell in the interviews that he...
Mysterious and my mission secret.
I'll rewind it so that we
cannot
know.
reveal it to you.
You can actually tell in the interviews that he gave later on in his life, like in his 70s, 80s, and 90s, that he's still not sure what he is and what he isn't allowed to talk about. But he did end up telling us that basically it was his job to try to sneak onto military bases, not as military personnel. So he would basically disguise himself as like a painter or a carpenter or
From the
whatever
captions.
and try to infiltrate a U.S. military base to expose weaknesses within the system to help counteract enemy spies. So he does that for a couple of years, and then one day he ends up getting orders like, "Hey, you're going to Knoxville, Tennessee." And he's like, "Okay, for what?" And they're like, "Don't fucking worry about it, just show up."
So basically, he started as a counterintelligence officer, which means that he was supposed to expose the weaknesses of American military bases to those American military bases, so that they can effectively, like fortify, and so that they can fortify their defenses and whatnot. Kind of like upgrade their shit.
So he shows up in Tennessee and
Yeah.
he's given his orders. And those orders, I'm paraphrasing here, but they're essentially, hey, here's your partner. You two are going to hop in that truck and you are going to drive it from Knoxville, Tennessee to Los Alamos, New Mexico. You guys are going to dress in plain clothes. You're not going to look at what's inside the truck. You're not going to talk about what's inside the truck.
Basically, they're just going to be like it would be as if you just as if you just saw just a regular truck just going down the highway. It's just like some random trucker is just towing shit from one company to another. That's what it would look like from the outside, but wait till you see what happens afterwards.
You're going to take this map and take
Got
that
it.
exact route. This route avoids every major city and every major highway. You are going to drive straight there 53 hours straight, taking turns sleeping in the passenger seat and not stopping for any reason whatsoever. And he does this for the next year and a half, pretty much nonstop. And then like 20, 30 years after the fact, he finds out that he was actually hauling the majority of the enriched uranium for all of the nuclear testing and the building of nuclear weapons.
So yeah,
I'll
he
be
was
damned.
towing that.
Fucking
He was-
hell.
Yeah, he was towing that shit.
which, as we all know, brings about the end of World War II, at which point he gets out of the military, moves back home to Atlanta, Georgia, starts helping his dad out with his real estate agency. Now, he does that for about 10 years, and during this time, he ends up selling the house right next door to his to another guy by the name of Joe Rogers, and they pretty much become best friends. Joe Rogers was also an Army veteran. He was actually a pilot that flew B-24s in World War II. When Joe got back home after the war, he did not want to go off to college, so he actually just took the first job that he was offered, being a short order cook at a now defunct restaurant chain known as Tuttle House. He worked his way up, becoming a restaurant manager, then eventually becoming a regional manager. And then one day...
So in other words, he basically was able to know what he was doing with several different restaurants.
His neighbor and best friend, Tom Forkner, real estate agent, always looking for the next investment, comes to him and is like, hey, I'm thinking about opening up my own restaurant. I can get the real estate deal going on that side. I just wanted to know, like, if I opened up and bought a franchise of Tuttle House, would you be willing to run it for me? Now, at this point, it's like 1954, 1955. Joe Rogers has a ton of experience inside the restaurant industry, and he basically tells his best friend, like, hey, don't open a Tuttle House. You should start your own thing. Tuttle House's business model isn't that great. If you start your own restaurant, I will help you run it. He then goes off on vacation with his family, and by the time he comes back, Tom Forkner has already bought the real estate and comes to Rogers and is like, cool, what's the business we're starting?
Where's Pancake's house? What? We stop at Pancake's house.
You know what scene this movie is? You know what movie this scene is from?
No. I'm gonna need you to clarify.
All right. I don't know.
And within the span of like 6 months, the very first of what is now the legendary restaurant chain of Waffle House opens. And Waffle House is legendary, probably for all the wrong reasons. I mean, even if you've never been to a Waffle House, you've heard about Waffle House because, well, I mean, Kid Rock got in a fight there. You've got...
Yeah. Kid Rock got in a fight at a Waffle House.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Oh, we're just getting started. You see this little picture right here? You see this little picture right here on the side of the video?
Yeah.
This lady with the chair in hand?
Haley Booth, the viral Waffle House cook known as the last chair bender.
She had a chair thrown at her and just blocked that shit with one arm. She literally parried a fucking thrown chair.
She's
How do you say holy fucking shit in Spanish?
There's no specification, but if you are shocked, you could say, me cago en la mierda.
Which means what?
It doesn't make sense in English.
Oh.
There's entire
But
subreddits.
if it had to translate it, it would actually mean I shit on the shit.
Basically, it's just kind of like the onomatopoeia of I just shit my pants.
And YouTube channels almost exclusively
like that.
dedicated to all the fights that break out at Waffle House. I remember the first time I went to a Waffle House.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna rewind that so that you can catch it again.
There's entire subreddits and YouTube channels almost exclusively dedicated to all the fights that break out at Waffle House.
There are subreddits and YouTube channels dedicated to basically Waffle House brawls.
Boy, oh boy.
What do you think happens? What do you think happens when a fight breaks out in a Waffle House?
Shit gets broken.
Well, duh.
That easy.
What
That's
do you think
simple.
happens? What do you think happens to the restaurant?
Nah, they don't care. They don't care. Plain
have
simple,
no
they
idea.
don't care.
You have no idea. You have no idea how right you are.
I remember the first time I went to a Waffle House. I stretched first. I grabbed a GoPro. I was ready to yell World Star. Nothing exciting happened. I just had delicious breakfast at like 3 o'clock in the morning, which is probably 99% of people's experiences because despite all of the negative PR, Waffle House makes a ton of money and has an incredible business model. Okay, Waffle House had about $1.4 billion in revenue.
My nigga said
What?
Wolf Star.
He said, I was ready to yell World Star.
Yep.
If
Yep.
you don't know what that,
I officially feel old now.
if you don't know what that means, and I honestly don't, I honestly know probably only the bare minimum of it. It's basically you're just ready to just start yelling profanities out, just start dropping F-bombs, S-bombs, maybe even some freaking hard R N-words and whatever.
Nope.
Which, he dropped the soft
Wolf
A, by
Star
the way.
is basically like recording the crazy shit that happens in the world and then posting it.
Yep. And then you get to Waffle House and you're just like, holy shit, this is another level of crazy.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Let's get back to it.
And has an incredible business model. Okay, Waffle House had about $1.4 billion in revenue last year, which is about $650,000 per location. And when you take into consideration that each Waffle House is absolutely tiny, that's really impressive.
$650,000 per location. And each Waffle House is pretty tiny. How many people do you think? How many people do you think a Waffle House can fully seat?
I have no idea.
We're about to find out.
Out of their 2,100 tiny Waffle House locations, their yearly stats are 58 million cups of coffee, 124 million waffles, 153 million servings of hash browns, 272 million eggs, which is about 2% of all the eggs consumed in the United States of America, and 85 million strips of bacon. Yes, I did the math. That is about 8,000 miles worth of bacon.
8,000 miles worth of bacon.
My nigga, what?
Careful with the N-word. Careful with the soft A N-words, okay? We are streaming, but...
Hey, I'm not white, just to make it clear for y'all. I ain't white.
That would be me. But he just grew up in a black neighborhood, all right?
Surrounded by many of my own people who would drop the soft A.
Yeah, but just so that you understand, 8,000 miles worth of bacon, if you were to drill a hole through the earth from one side right to the exact opposite point on Earth, and you were to basically you dropped all the bacon in a single line from where you are at, basically after you drill the hole, and then you stretch all that bacon through to the other side, you would have bacon still going through the other side. Basically...
Well, shit.
Yeah, all that bacon stretched out in a line would basically go straight through the earth and keep going.
I'll be damned.
That is about the diameter of Earth.
I worry what you just heard was, give me a lot of bacon and eggs. What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
I'm pretty sure this one is from The Office. Or am I wrong?
God almighty, I feel so old.
Well,
Jesus
either way.
Christ. What's next? What's next? The core?
I don't know. You tell me.
So Waffle House is obviously doing something right. What exactly are they doing? Well, it all comes down to their business model and their branding. Now, with the Waffle House branding, all the negative PR about fights always breaking out at Waffle House, in a way, has actually helped them out a ton, because Waffle House, by and large, is pretty much a regional chain. It's primarily down in the South. Yet, Waffle House has become a household name pretty much everywhere in America. You could have never even seen a Waffle House, and you already know Waffle House is open 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and they serve breakfast. Why do you know they serve breakfast? Because their name is fucking Waffle House.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking fucking straightforward from that, all right?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
The
sense.
name, the name
Waffles?
basic.
Who the fuck eats waffles for dinner or lunch?
You would be surprised, all right? Honestly, if I were given a waffle for lunch or dinner, I would take it. Who says you can't have breakfast for lunch and dinner?
I mean, look at this sign. You're driving down the road, you see that, you know everything you need to know. They sell
Can you
breakfast.
still hear me?
Yep. You cut for a second. Did you say anything?
No, I'm making sure that my mic is still on the live stream.
Yep. It's
Okay,
still good.
yeah.
It's
I can
still
hear
coming through.
myself.
It's
I can hear
still
myself.
Yep, it's still coming through in the OBS. We're good.
Do that with another breakfast place. If
Okay.
you're not from there and you don't know what a Denny's or a Perkins or an IHOP is, you have no idea. It's just a restaurant, maybe. Waffle House, they're selling waffles, which means there's like a 99% chance they sell other breakfast food. Fucking sold. I'm in.
Yeah, it's just, you look at the name and you immediately know what's going on. It's just like, oh, this... It's literally as self-explanatory as you can get. You would have to be a fucking retarded autistic lobotomite in order to not know what the hell's going on at a Waffle House.
Put dumb right there. A dumb, retarded, autistic.
Lobotomite. Don't worry, I tried to cover on all the bases I tried to cover on all the bases, all right? Let's keep going.
So already, the branding is absolutely incredible.
Okay,
But
go
here's
on,
the
yeah.
true genius of it. Why did they call it Waffle House? Why didn't they call it Breakfast House or Bacon House or Hash Brown House? It's because waffles had the highest profit margin.
That makes sense, yeah. That makes sense. Perfect
All
sense.
right. Yep. The math adds up.
Sense.
Yep. The math is mathing
Double
right now.
entendre.
Yep.
I cannot
Yeah,
stress to you
double
enough how
entendre.
absolutely genius that is, right? Because you don't need to sell breakfast, all right? Everybody's already in on breakfast, okay? I could be blackout drunk at 4 in the morning, and you could ask me, hey, do you want breakfast? I'm coming up like The Undertaker every single time.
My brother in Christ brought up the goat. My brother in Christ mentioned the goat.
Yep. He's familiar with the WWE.
All right, I'm gonna switch out the N and put in a W. This wigger has earned my respect.
Oh, he's about to get a whole lot more.
And then you go, the only thing open right now is Waffle House, okay? I was already sold on breakfast from the get-go, but because Waffle House is where we're going, guess what I'm getting? A motherfucking waffle, and they're making more money. It makes sense that Tom Faulkner was a counterintelligence officer because the man literally said 2 words and has already subconsciously tricked you into ordering the most expensive thing on the menu that makes him the most money. So the branding of Waffle House is both simple and brilliant, and the rest of the business model matches that to a T.
He follows the simple rule of keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
That's the KISS rule of businesses.
It's like,
keep it simple, stupid.
it's like that one SpongeBob episode. I think it was the training video where the narrator uses the worst acronym for what the people, aka the fish that enter the restaurant, order.
Oh boy.
And the acronym is POOP. People order our patties. Poop.
Oh shit.
Keeping it simple. Waffle House kept it simple. The Krusty Krab kept it simple.
Anyways, let's get back to this.
Okay, all Waffle Houses are like
Yeah.
virtually identical. They're very small. They only seat like 30 people, and you can actually see the cook.
They seat 30 people. Each Waffle House seats 30 people at a time. And each one is making, on average, $650,000 a year.
I'll be damned.
Despite
That's
the
crazy.
fact, despite the fact that you got people, even like Kid Rock, who get into fights at Waffle House.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. I mean, Kid Rock is a damn patriot, so hey, he still has my respect even to this day.
Yeah, like,
Like, he's a hardcore patriot,
yeah,
and I respect that in a man. I
oh yeah,
respect that in a man, especially a real man.
yeah, he
If you know
is,
if you people know what I mean by real man.
yeah, he is, like the song he made, an American badass.
And plus, my favorite song would have to be "Born Free" from Kid Rock. That's my favorite song.
I'll have to
I
look it
was
up.
born free.
I'll have to look it up at some point. All right, I'll give it a listen eventually.
Making you your food. Now, at a glance,
Trust me,
you're
you'll
just like,
love
oh,
it.
they're just going for that like 1950s drive-through type of a vibe, which they are, but there's way more to it than that. Because the restaurant is so small, the kitchen never has the opportunity to get bogged down, meaning that they're moving tables very, very quickly. So instead of having one kitchen and 100 customers, you've got one kitchen and 30 customers, and you can just turn those tables over 3 times faster, which pretty much guarantees that every customer is going to get exactly what they wanted, okay? They're not going in there for 5-star dining. They're going in there because they're hungry and they want breakfast. And now they're going to get breakfast really quick in a small setting that doesn't feel like a packed restaurant where they have to wait in line to be seated. And
Makes
simple
sense.
stuff,
That
right?
makes sense.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
it's just,
Simple,
you're going
straight
in,
to
you're
the
getting your
point.
food, and you're getting out. That's it. Even Waffle House knows that. They're just saying, you're in here to get some food. All right, we'll serve it to you. We'll get it to you quick, and then you eat it, and then you just get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Right.
go in, order, pay, eat, get out.
Yep. Once again, keep it simple, stupid.
And I know what you're thinking. What if one Waffle House just reaches its maximum capacity, right? What if it's just completely full with a line out the door 24/7 every day of the year? Waffle House surely would build a bigger Waffle House, right? No, we're gonna take the same parking lot and right next to that first Waffle House, we're gonna build a second fucking Waffle House, okay? The plan is working, and if it's not broke, don't fix it.
So, if one Waffle House reaches capacity, they will find a second one, they will find a second parking lot very close to the first one, and then build another Waffle House.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
They don't change the size of that restaurant. They're just like, they're gonna change the number of restaurants. They're just like, okay, this one is always at 30. We got like a line of 15 out the door, so that's 45. We'll just build another Waffle House.
Makes sense. That makes sense. That
And
makes perfect sense.
And like Nick, the fat electrician, said, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Boy, I could freaking learn that.
Ain't that the truth?
I still have trouble learning that lesson myself when it comes to my Bloons fan game, but still. It still holds true today.
Which is one of those things that seems dumb, but is actually brilliant. So obviously speed is key to this business model, and they've done themselves a big favor with their menu because their menu is overwhelmingly simple, okay? It's literally one side of one piece of paper. Okay, the entire menu is comprised of like 10 things. They have waffles, sausage, bacon, ham, eggs, toast, biscuits, gravy, butter, and syrup. Guess how many flavors of syrup they have? 1. It's fucking syrup-flavored syrup. The entire menu is simple, exactly how it's supposed to be. Oh, sorry, they have hash browns too. Sorry, 11 things, not 10. Anyways, moving on.
Oh man.
Yeah, he just told
Hash
you
brown.
he just told you the entire Waffle House menu right there.
The only hash browns I've ever had before were the ones from McDonald's during the morning, and I think tater tots from Burger King, and when you get breakfast.
Well,
Damn.
yeah. Let's keep going.
Another reason they do so good is they actually might be the best fast food chain when it comes to taking care of their employees. They pay them higher than average, they have super flexible schedules, and they're one of, if not the only fast food chain that actually offers all their employees healthcare and dental insurance.
Well, considering that the fights that happened there, yeah, it kind of makes sense. But yeah, that,
Yeah, it's basically like hockey. You only go for the fights.
yeah, but that's not the craziest part about Waffle House. We might be just getting there. We're still building up to the craziest part about Waffle House.
Okay, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, but really, how good are they actually treating the Waffle House employees? I got the one stat that's everything you need to know.
Yeah, it's right here. You're about to find out how freaking tough Waffle House is.
I'm scared.
Okay, Waffle House treats their employees so well that employees are willing to commute into a natural disaster to work at a different Waffle House when the occasion arises.
How much are they paying these niggas?
Careful! Careful there!
I need a job here. I need a job here, bro. I need a job here. Yo, what do I sign? Hold up. What do I sign? What do I sign?
Find a Waffle House somewhere near you and see if
What
you
do-
can get involved. I was hoping to get that kind of reaction out of you eventually, and now I can say this stream is a W, but we're just getting started. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, Waffle House is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and they fucking mean it. Okay, whenever there's like a hurricane coming or some type of impending natural disaster, Waffle House organizes what they call a jump team, a bunch of Waffle House employees from a different region that's going to be unaffected because they know that their local employees are going to be busy taking care of their own family and their own houses during a hurricane. So they bring in teams from outside the region to work inside of a natural fucking disaster, and they're willing to do it.
I never said thank you. And you'll never have to.
Okay, McDonald's.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Accurate. Accurate. I'll be the same way. I would want that scene to be played out in real life. Like my boss saying, I never said thank you. And then me dramatically turning around, aura farming slowly. Then you'll never have to. And then just smile smirkingly, you know, like
and then you just drive home after your shift is done.
yeah. Honestly, they must be paying damn well if they got motherfuckers going in during natural fucking disasters.
And hurricanes as well.
Now I want a job there.
Find one near you and submit a job application. and just think about this. This freaking chain was founded by 2 World War II veterans.
Damn. Respect. Respect.
Yeah, holy shit.
McDonald's can barely get their employees to show up on a good day, and Waffle House has employees volunteering to commute into a fucking hurricane to make breakfast.
And
Hey, if they're paying well, I don't blame them.
okay, how about I would not be surprised if fucking Judgment Day were to happen and Waffle House is like, we're still gonna be open and it's motherfucking Judgment Day, all right? We're still gonna be open. Still gonna be open, even though the Lord is coming back down. All right, the Lord may be coming back
Yo,
down.
amen
But
to
we're
that,
still
my
gonna be
brother in
open.
Christ. Amen to that, my brother in Christ.
Yeah, just imagine freaking Judgment Day happens and it's just like, oh, Jesus is coming down back on that cloud. The freaking trumpets are sounding, and Waffle House is still open.
So, yeah. I also want to bring up something. I saw a video one time. I think it was on TikTok. I think so. Where it was a Christian guy who was most likely built like a twig.
Jeez.
He literally said something that made me wonder, like, could that actually be true? He said, and I quote, that if a time traveler were to go back in time to the time when Christ was alive, that Jesus would be the biggest troll in that time when the time traveler meets him. For example, Jesus meets the time traveler and he says, "How's it going?" And then they dap up. And then he pulls him close and says, "Dapping people up hasn't even been invented yet." The time traveler. Crap. Then Jesus. Go home, Tommy.
Oh my goodness.
And honestly, I think even Jesus would laugh at that idea. I'm 100% sure. As a Christian man and as a Christian nerd too, I 100% think that even Jesus would laugh at that idea.
There's only one thing that gets God laughing, all right? And I know what it is. It's when
Three,
you try.
two,
No,
one.
it's when you try to spit in his face.
Nope. When you tell him your plans.
Yeah. It's when you're trying to spit in his face and basically you're trying to tell him that he doesn't know you. That's when he laughs, all right? So if you hear.
He also laughs when you try to tell him your ideas instead of trying to follow his plans.
Anyways, let's get back to the
For
video.
example, there's one clip from, I think it was Infinity War, where somebody took that moment or that scene, they put Jesus over the word Jesus, the name Jesus, over the head of Star-Lord and said, "I like your plan, except it sucks, so let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good." Whoever made that video, my hat off to you, my friend. Amen to that. Amen to that. All right, now back to the video.
All right.
And this is the most impressive part of the business because Waffle House has the best logistics and preparedness of any company I've ever seen ever. The only entity that beats them in logistical capacity is the United States military.
Think about
I
that.
beg your finest pardon?
The only thing in America that beats them in logistical capacity is the military.
Damn. And look at me over here sounding like fucking Madman Fenrir, saying like, "I beg your finest pardon?"
At that point, you're just going wide-eyed at that point. You got that freaking what meme reaction going on. It's just like, what?
Or that "oh my god" meme. Or that "oh my god" reaction gif.
Yep. Or the one where it's just like absolute cinema. Anyways, let's keep going.
Waffle House is literally ready for absolutely anything. Every single Waffle House has the playbook inside of it that details exactly how the staff is supposed to handle literally any type of emergency or situation that could possibly arise. And if for some reason the situation comes across that isn't in that playbook, after it happens, they immediately add it to the playbook. It covers tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, a hole in the roof from a branch falling, a car driving into the restaurant. You can drive a car into Waffle House and they're still planning on staying open.
Damn, these motherfuckers must be really paying well.
Yeah, if they
Okay, yeah, now I want a job there. Now I want a job there. I don't know shit about waffles.
Yeah, like I said, find a Waffle House near you and ask for a job application.
Yeah, hopefully they have it in paper and not a fucking dumbass website.
But you just
Like, seriously, what the fuck is it with people and having digital job applications? Can we just go back to simpler times when job applications were in paper? Please? Please, people. It's free. It's just paper and ink. Print it out. It's not that hard. Bring back paper job applications, please, people.
Man, I didn't know we were
Back to the
going to
video,
get.
damn it.
I didn't know we were going to be getting some more of Alpha's hot takes here. But it
Oh
works
yeah,
out. So,
well, there will be more after these videos that we're gonna watch.
all right,
The last half hour will be more hot takes.
sure.
It has detailed plans for every type of disaster for what the local employees, while they're not working, should go home and do to make sure that their house and their family are safe as well.
Waffle House is also trying to make sure, basically saying, a Waffle House would tell their employees during a natural disaster, hey, you stay home and make sure your family is safe. And if you don't know how to keep your family safe, here's a freaking guide so that you can do your best. Here is a guide for you to help. Here's a guide to help you on how to keep your family safe during these trying times. Yeah. Like I said, Waffle House is tough. All right?
No shit, they tough.
Yeah, you could probably, like, I don't even think the late Chuck Norris would be able to get a Waffle House to shut down.
I bet not even, like, the Fallout nuke will make them shut down.
God knows what would make them shut down. But anyways, let's go.
Every single
I bet only the Lord that will take them to shut down.
It would take an act of God.
One word from the Lord. Yeah. Well, one word from the Lord saying, come with me. Then everything shuts down. They all take off their aprons. They all take off their work uniforms and then follow him.
Yep.
And I won't blame them.
Yep. I'd be like,
I wonder if these people are Christians. I'm wondering if these people are Christians.
There probably would be some Christians working at Waffle House. You'll find you'll probably meet several different kinds of people, different walks of life and whatever. But anyways, back to the video.
As a backup generator.
Right.
The stovetop, it
Like
runs
it.
on propane, and they have a bunch of extra propane tanks on hand. Flashlights, candles, batteries, backup water. They have a special menu of what they're able to serve when the water is out and they're running on reserve water.
Like Batman, they are prepared for fucking anything. They are prepared for fucking everything.
Were these niggas trained by Was Batman their trainer? Bruh.
I don't know, but he might be their biggest investor.
Wouldn't be surprised.
This is the
Bro, I'm
fucking
hungry
shit
now. What the fuck?
This is the fucking shit I was looking
I'm
for.
hungry now.
What are you hungry for?
Alright. Back to work.
When a Waffle House location is going to be in a disaster area, that Waffle House stocks up on extra food, and then all of the neighboring locations in the unaffected area also stock up and stage food there to get them more food when they need it. If Waffle House is a standing structure, those motherfuckers are serving breakfast come hell or high water.
Makes sense. That makes sense. I'll be the same way.
You don't need to tell me what movie this scene is from. It is The Wolf of Wall Street. Even though I have not seen,
I've never seen this movie. So.
Even though I have not seen this movie, I know what this scene is from. I know what movie this scene is from.
I'm not leaving.
I almost said a Great Gatsby for some reason.
Waffle House.
I'm
That
not
makes sense.
leaving.
That makes sense.
Waffle House is so good at this that FEMA uses them to gauge how bad natural disasters really are. Yes, FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, literally uses the Waffle House Index.
George Lopez actually made a joke about FEMA.
What?
Guess who runs this country? FEMA. Find every Mexican available. That's what he refers to FEMA as.
Yeah. But anyways, look at this shit. FEMA has the official, like, the one thing that they use to keep track of how bad a natural disaster is, they're using what's called the Waffle House Index.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
To gauge how bad a disaster is. Okay, green, Waffle House is running as normal. Yellow, Waffle House is using the backup generator or having to use an altered menu. Red, Waffle House is closed. People are probably already fucking dead by that point.
So, what do you think happens if a Waffle House closes down? What do you think the American government does? If a Waffle House shuts down, what happens?
They open a new one?
Waffle House is literally the Terminator of the fast food industry, okay? The fact that the federal government, probably the most powerful entity on the planet, maybe ever, looks at a chain of restaurants and is like, man, if Waffle House is closed, we need to mobilize the National Guard is fucking crazy.
If a Waffle House closes down, they mobilize the National Guard!
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
Oh, shit!
Holy dog shit.
Oh, man.
I'm over here sounding like the fucking drill sergeant from sorry, not the drill sergeant, drill instructor from Full Metal Jacket. Holy dog shit!
Now, maybe you guys are thinking the same thing I was at this point in my research, and I'm like, man, I need to invest in this company. I need to see if I can open up my own Waffle House franchise. This company's awesome. And this is where the bad news comes in. I mean, technically you can franchise a Waffle House, but most of us probably can't. The company is privately owned. It's not on the stock market. It's still owned by the families of the original two founders. And while they do allow franchises, they are super picky about who they let buy in to have a franchise, and they make it very, very expensive to buy in to make sure this is actually what you want. And while that is unfortunate, I think it's actually kind of awesome.
How much you want to bet that the two original owners are conservatives?
Were. They're
And
no
that's why
longer
they
with
picky.
us. They're no longer with us, but... However, we do have some good news. We do have some good news about the Waffle House and the ownership of the Waffle House. There is still some good that comes out of it.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Just give it to me straight.
We're gonna get to it by the end of this video.
Oh.
It's a company that
Sorry,
actually
Tommy.
has morals and cares about their image more than they care about next quarter's profits, okay? It's a company that has committed themselves to making breakfast under any circumstances, and they're gonna see that through till the very end, even though they could probably make way more money by just selling franchises and letting whoever the fuck throw up a Waffle House. And now for the fairy tale ending, Joe and Tom worked together as best friends for 62 years to build Waffle House into what it is today. They both passed away at the ages of 97 and 98, and now Waffle House and their legacy lives on as that company is still being operated by their kids.
Almost a whole century.
Yep. For 80 years,
Respect.
Waffle House has been operated by two families. Two families of two World War II veterans.
The insanity.
How can you get more based than that?
Unless you bring in the whole cast of the Expendables from the first movie.
Meh.
You can't get any more base than that.
And that is the American
Like,
dream. Get
bring in
together with one of-
Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Terry Crews, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Jet Li, Wesley Snipes, Chuck Norris. God bless his soul, man.
Yep. Late Chuck Norris, rest in peace.
Um,
Uh,
Harrison Ford.
Okay, I got one quick Chuck Norris joke that I want to say. God enlisted him into his army as the captain of the Angels for when Judgment Day comes around.
Okay, Captain, I can understand. Okay, because there's already a general. There's already a general.
Uh-huh. There's already a
The mighty Saint Michael.
Yeah, and there's already the commander-in-chief of that army, which is the Lord himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
your best friends, pick a goal, even if it's something as simple as serving breakfast to people, and never let anything get in between you and achieving your goal, even hurricanes and floods and natural disasters, apparently. Work with your best buddy for 62 years straight, and then die together and hand it off to your kids.
How could you get more American than that?
You can't get any more American than that. God bless America. God bless this country now and forever, man.
Amen to that, brother.
In conclusion,
And to anyone of you who watch this video and get offended by that, just stick in your pants and cry about it, okay? All right? Don't like it here? Leave. You don't have to stay. You're free to go all you want. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't like it here? Break the door. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, we have airplanes going to other countries, dude. Anyways,
Yeah, we even got
American company ever, and that's why I love it. Thank you for
leaving
watching.
the
My support
country.
channels go by some merch.
Because of
Over to
the
FatElectrician.com. Quack bang out. Just two homies that
Some
dedicated
base
their
shit.
life to serving my drunk ass breakfast at 3 a.m. I'm gonna get teary-eyed next time I go to a Waffle House.
yeah. He said, I'm gonna
Makes
get
sense.
teary-eyed
Makes
next
sense.
time I go to a Waffle House.
I want to go to a Waffle House on purpose just to get a job or to spend some time there.
All right. So that's the first
Jesus
one out of
Christ.
that's the first one out of the way. We're just getting started, so yeah. So let me get to a habitual line crosser video, one that was we'll go with the first one that I saw. The first video of the habitual line crosser that I saw. And it just so happens to be about when the Venezuelan president got yoinked. This is habitual line crosser's video called The Yoinkening.
Say one gang, I'm done.
Oh, and by the way, just so that we get a little bit of background on who this guy is, he used to be he was an Afghanistan veteran. He is an Afghanistan veteran as well.
My hat off to him. My hat off to him.
All right, let's go.
Oh, well, yeah, I read that. The stock market's going up. That's good. Looking good. Everything's turning out pretty good so far. Another day. Well, might want to get that looked at, man. Got hummus in your throat or something like that. Could be COVID.
Sure.
Are you just going to act like nothing fucking happened? Yeah, I heard about the New Year's Eve fire in Switzerland. 40 dead, over 100 wounded or injured. It's crazy, man. Why are you asking me about it? That's not what I'm talking about, and you fucking know it. The woman who's suing the IRS because she wants to claim her dog is a dependent. Honestly, I think she's got a solid case. No! Wait, really? I mean, legally, it probably makes sense.
Sleeps all day, doesn't have a job. I got to take care of his every fucking bill and everything else like that. And he's black. I mean, he really just checks all of the blocks.
Yeah, we get into some edgy humor here, and it's not like dipping your toe into it. No, it is a full fucking, like, we're going scuba diving into this dark humor shit. We're scuba diving into this edgy humor shit. All right.
All right. Hell yeah.
The fun
I love me
begins.
some edgy humor. Love me some edgy humor. Hit me.
The fun begins.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy too. Honestly, hope she wins. And it's not because I think that people should be getting one over on the federal government. It's just because I think taxation is theft, and you should too. We'll circle back to this one, but no! You kidnapped a fucking president? I like the term professionally borrowed, but yeah.
The thing was, just a couple of days ago, Mexican Madudu, that's what I'm calling him now, is Madudu, because he's poop. Anyways, he said, come and get me. I'm right here, you coward. And I gotta be honest, I took it personal.
Madudu. Yeah, that's great. He did fucking what now? I've been telling people for months, you cannot, in this world, have that much...
Was that supposed to be Russia?
Yep.
He did fucking what now? I'm dead. No. That gotta be the most humorously accurate Russian accent I've ever heard in my life.
He did fucking what now? That was my best attempt. That was my honest attempt at a Russian accent.
Go back. I want to hear them all the time. I want to hear them all the time.
People for months.
To know.
No. Doo-doo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Right here.
He did fucking what now?
He did fucking what now?
Yep. He did fucking what now?
I've been telling people for months, you cannot, in this world, have that much oil, talk that much shit, and have a military that's that weak. I'm gonna come a knocking. They must have handed him over to you. God, no. There was a few specific strikes. But yeah, we went in. Might have heard some from, some suppressed 300 blackout as they were in his compound. But yeah, I got the job done. Why did you use Delta Force instead of Navy SEALs?
Maybe for the first time in a long time, we didn't want, 30 podcasts, 5 Mark Wahlberg movies, and 17 fucking books spawned from one operation.
I'd love to say he's wrong, but the whole beef with Sean Ryan and, old Captain Eye Patch up in D.C., yeah, no, that's pretty accurate.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. They'll be back to making out underneath the bleachers like all Navy guys here soon enough.
But I'm sure that the air defense that they got from Russia, even though it's pretty old, is still top of the line. You must have lost, I don't know, at least 100 troops in this operation.
How many people do you think we lost in that operation?
Barely 5.
No. Let me. I'll get a tally here. I'll carry the 1-0.
None.
Okay. I
We didn't
was
lose a single
over
guy.
5.
We did not lose a single one. It's just everybody came
What did
in.
he send? The Expendables or the Ghosts?
he just sent he sent in who he sent in, and every single one of them came back. Like, not even scratched. Even.
We lost 0 troops and equipment in the operation. Like, no one's even wounded.
That's cap. That's gotta be cap. Somebody had to at least get a scratch. Ain't no way. Unless you are all clones of Superman or something, And I'm gonna call Cap. Is y'all super soldiers some shit?
No, they're not super soldiers. They're American soldiers, which is an upgrade.
Well, hey, careful. Captain America is an American soldier. And he's a super soldier. So,
American soldier is already an upgrade to super soldier as far as I'm concerned. There's regular soldier, now you got a super soldier, and then there's the American soldier. like our freaking military they're something else, man. Full respect to those guys.
yeah. But then there are people out here who dress up like Captain America, thinking they're doing the right thing, going against ICE agents.
Yeah.
These people obviously have no idea about the lore of Captain America. He would be defending all law enforcement and military personnel. American military personnel.
He would probably hit up Iron Man and say, "Hey, I need some more vibranium. I need some more of those shields. All right, I need a few thousand of them. Stat." And Iron Man and freaking Tony Stark would be up there in the up there at freaking headquarters and be like, "I'm already working on it. I already got them." I'm working on some right now, and hell, I'll send some Iron Man, I'll send some iron suits to them.
Yeah, honestly, I could definitely see that happening. And plus, it makes sense because look at the world we live in now. We need shields like that and suits like that.
Yeah. Hopefully we can, I would like to see the day that we actually start to develop nanotech. That would be awesome. As long as it's used for good.
Nanotech?
Nanotech.
Nanotech, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that'd actually be awesome.
Yeah.
Imagine having a nanotech suit.
Oh boy. The Iron Man vibes would go hard, but anyways.
I would have too much fun with that.
You can tell I would be having too much fun with that as well. Woo-hoo, boy.
That is Western propaganda. No, it's just that you really do suck that bad at war. I wonder how all your conscripts feel 4 years into your special military operation when I did mine in...
How long do you think it managed to take for this operation to be done? What was called Operation Midnight Hammer.
Midnight Hammer, even a badass name. Yo.
Yeah. From when the boots touch the ground to the package is secure. How long do you think that took? Did it take maybe a few days? Did it take maybe a week or two?
As a compliment, a day and 12 hours.
That's an insult.
What was it? Was it 30 minutes on the ground? 35 minutes on the ground?
Half an hour! From boots on the ground to the package.
Half an hour and 5 minutes.
They could have done that mission.
Can I hire these people to guard me whenever I go out?
They could have done that mission twice by the time of the live stream at this moment in time. 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 19 seconds in. They could have done that whole operation almost twice.
Now, as a compliment, I would say almost 10 times. In less than half an hour.
Yeah. I'm being realistic, though. 30 to 35 minutes for boots on the ground? Bruh. But the real operation took maybe 2 to 4 hours or so. I'm not entirely sure, but don't quote me on this, but but still, just think about that. That is with Trump as the commander-in-chief.
Yeah. No homo when I say this. Yeah, it makes sense that Daddy Trump would be laying the hammer down.
Quite literally. And at midnight,
Quite literally.
too. Yeah, and during the dark, too. Because it was a nightly operation, and he laid the hammer down on Maduro.
But where do you even get off trying to, succeeding in stealing and kidnapping a fucking president? That goes against international law. How that goes against international law? You know who enforces international law? Beans on toast?
My nigga said beans on toast. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Alpha, you get your ass back here. You get your brown ass back here, all right? We're just getting started.
My brown ass. Okay, so I made a tractor now. Okay, I see how it is. I'm playing.
I'll give you 3 guesses.
The United States of dragging my veiny sack across your beans on fucking toast there, falafel face.
Okay. That's funny.
No, it's gonna get even funnier, dude.
And to be honest, I really just played a very expensive and tactically competent game of got your nose, but instead of nose, it was their president.
I don't know if you know this, but all the presidents in South America, they're free. You can just go take them.
There is no way. You
Hang
got
on. My ear just. Wait a minute.
Oh.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep. Still coming through at least.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. I can see it going up on OBS. You're still good.
All right, beautiful, amazing, wonderful. This one.
They're free. You can just go take them.
There is no way you got past the air defense systems that Venezuela has bought from the Russian Federation. There is no way your systems and capability could ever get past that. We know that we can detect your stealth.
Russia is very proud of itself.
Oh, you must be talking about that level 1 missile detection with Game Boy level security.
Jailbroken in like 2 minutes today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if there would be like a freaking speed run of just like, oh, let's see how fast we can jailbreak the Game Boy.
First off, saying you know that is a stretch. Secondly, you know, the Growler doesn't give half a fuck about your S-300 air defense systems. Matter of fact, you and Ukraine have been both using that system. So that means over the past 4 years, I've gotten all of your capabilities, all of your data, all of your frequencies, all of your electronic warfare fucking configurations. I know everything about that system. Between me with the Growler and a couple of harms, it was like punching a blind guy in the face. Gonna get a hell yeah.
Yeah. Let me just back that up again.
With the Growler and a couple of harms, it was like punching a blind guy in the face.
It was like punching a blind guy in the face.
I've seen that happen before.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
It's gonna get a hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
He said Growler. I can't believe you Americans have a system named that. What the fuck are you laughing at, Beans on Falafel, before we decide to go?
Beans on falafel.
My brother said beans on falafel. I'm done. All right.
No, dude,
Okay.
no, I've seen this video
Bro, he
tons
is
of times.
clever with these fucking insults.
This is why I'm doing these kinds of reactions. I've seen this video plenty of times. He has seen this video. This is his first time seeing this video, if I remember correct. If I were to take a guess, and this is his reaction. He is the reason why I'm reacting this way.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's him that's carrying this live stream.
Go in there and yoink your fucking king. Can I get a hell yeah? Don't get too mad at him,
Hell
laddie.
yeah.
You see over here in the United Kingdom, growler is a synonym for clunge, minge, lady bits, bearded clam, the poontang.
As a man who's half Scottish myself, I would have to say that, yeah, that was a pretty good Scottish accent right there.
Yeah, it was really good too. Yours was good too, man. Yours was good too.
I'm half Scottish, what can I say?
Look, I'm going to make this real easy for everybody. As it sits right now, we don't know exactly what happened on the ground, but based on the list of assets that were utilized, this is kind of my best guess. I'm a dinosaur. Does he have to go? Yes, he's going to go, and yes, you're going to be nice about it. Look, I was told if I don't get him out of the goddamn hangar and at least let him go stretch a little bit, could turn out poorly for everybody. So, you're taking him with you, and he's going to provide you air cover. Wait, Grandpa Buff, you're going too, right?
Nah, kid, I'm sitting this one out. They're sending in the B1. He's a good dude. He'll get the job done there with ya.
I believe that, I think, this character, Grandpa Buff, that is supposed to be, I think it's a B-52 bomber.
Yeah, I was about to say look at the C-17, but nah. Way too small. Way too thin.
Wait, why the hell not? This mission requires a supersonic bomber. We need to be in and out quick. Grandpa Buff has his place, just not this time around.
Yeah, kid, it's just like that song, The Gambler. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em.
Know when to walk away.
Don't get this copyrighted, all right?
Know when to flip the table and drop the sun.
Okay. I got that so wrong.
Know when to flip the table and drop the sun. You know what he means by drop the sun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you please tell us what the game plan is? He is smearing ketchup across his forehead.
What?
It's called war paint.
What?
He was smearing ketchup across his face, and he called it war paint.
I'm done.
Good God. Listen up. All right. So here's the deal. We're going to use the EA-18 growlers to jam the living piss out of their fucking radars, okay? The F-18s and then the regular EA-18s are going to be loaded with harms. They're going to start hunting down air defense systems, S-300s, Buck M2s, things like that. We're going to use the B-1s to get in quick and impact their runways. He doesn't have any short takeoff and landing or vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, so if we impact the runways, his vehicles won't be able to get wheels up. God forbid they're able to get wheels up, and if they are, F-22, they're yours. You could tell the B-1 to stay home. I'll wait for them to come up. Nerd, you're on close air support and electronic warfare operations for the actual element that's going in. We got a couple of Chinooks, a couple of Blackhawks, and then the Apaches are going to provide as well close air support for a lot of their lead slinger air defense systems they have. So basically, if you see somebody sitting on a machine gun ready to shoot into the air, the Apache's going to take them down. I am about to fuck them up so bad. Oh, yeah.
Macho Man Randy Savage. Respect. Respect.
All right.
Love that.
Let's keep going.
We're not playing this one like Mogadishu, okay? Something goes wrong, we lose an aircraft, we try and get our guys out as quickly as possible. If we fail to do so, you hunker down and I'm going to start yeeting tomahawks from those Aegis combat systems offshore. And we're going to start landing Marines like no one's business because I am not losing my guys. Uncle Sam.
What is that?
Do you mind?
Never seen that bird before.
I don't know.
Down there, I drop a little bit of my payload on Hugo Chavez's gravesite and museum.
Damn. Now that's taking care of business.
You know what? I'm going to go for it, yeah. Wait. I'm going to interrupt this story for a second. Why in the hell did you bomb that?
It's not about just taking out Maduro. It's about sending a message and keeping your word.
I know damn fucking well that my nigga here did not just quote Heath Ledger's Joker.
I was just about to say, he sounded like Joker.
That was Heath Ledger's Joker. I need to find this guy and shake his hand. I need to find this guy and shake his hand. I have to shake his hand.
I think he's somewhere around Texas, maybe?
Damn it!
So yeah, you probably have to go to a different state, but shit happens.
Yep.
But although I could be wrong,
So,
I'm not gonna dox him and whatever. It's just like whatever. So back to the video.
We're wheels up at Dark 30. Good luck and Godspeed.
And scene. HLC couldn't think of a way to transition from that into, like it actually happening. So, there you go. You're welcome, you piece of shit.
All right, we're in the airspace. I detected a couple of sensors on the way in. They had no idea I was even coming through.
Don't worry about it. I got everything covered up here. I'm covering the fuck out of this air. That cloud? Can I shoot the cloud? It looks menacing.
Focus, kid. God, for the love of Christ, I hope something comes up here and tries to pick a fight, just so he can stop being himself.
As we were approaching the coastline, I took out one air defense system. What? We took out 2 air defense systems. What? We took out 3 air defense systems. What? And then I ran out of air defense systems.
Didn't run out of ammo. He ran out of targets first.
I want to join these guys. I want to join these guys. These people sound like they had a blast.
Well, you gotta. All right.
I'd be like the real world Latino Xander Cage.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, don't worry about going to the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome is coming to you. The Thunderdome is coming to you, and you're gonna be, and it's gonna be locked around you. So, do you understand how fucked you are?
We're circling back around. I'm gonna see if I can find any more. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah.
Hell
I'm on
yeah.
station. I got eyes on. Looks like we got a couple of ZU-23-2s. They're just a simple anti-aircraft gun. So, Apache, those are going to be yours.
Just like their soul, the cream rises to the top. Okay, seriously, guys. I'm getting fucking bored up here. Is he gonna get any planes off the ground? God, this guy sucks at war.
Deploying payload over top of his runway. I'm gonna circle back to Hugo Chavez.
God damn it, can we give him a fucking chance? I need something to do.
All stations be advised.
Shit, that was a sound barrier break. That was a sound barrier break. That's you saw that? Right there on the wings, on the wings.
I can see it.
Bro, yo.
Might be breaking the sound barrier.
I've only seen that shit in movies. I've never seen that in real life, but I would love to. And I would love to be the one breaking the sound barrier.
Well, good luck.
A fucking chance? I need something to do.
All stations be advised. We have blue assets, wheels down, inside his compound. They're going to start hunting for him now. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep hitting them hard.
They're peeled. I can't fucking peel them anymore. I'm gonna start shooting goddamn birds up here.
If anyone sees an enemy aircraft wheels up, please let us know and don't shoot at it. I'm going to send the kid that way. He's becoming worse. Hey, What are you doing in my country? Shh, shh, shh. It'll all be over soon. Remember you said, come get me, you coward? Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. The package is secured. I say again, the package is secured. All units, RTP time now.
Just a couple more minutes. I'm just gonna stick around. Don't worry, I'll be the last one out. It'll be like a real heroic thing.
Kid, you get your ass out of Venezuelan airspace now.
Oh, come on, Dad. Just 5 more minutes.
Come on, Dad, just 5 more minutes. Hell no.
No.
You know what? This is fucking horseshit. You brought me down here just to war cuck me. Fuck you.
Yikes.
And that's
War
basically how it went down.
That's the basic idea.
I know it was for copyright reasons, but I like to think that when you were telling the story, you had all of your aircraft and people blasting with the song America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, they were doing that in my head.
From
America, fuck yeah. Coming here to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America. Fuck yeah. Freedom is the only way, yeah.
Okay, so you have clearly seen Team America World Police, right?
So you can say that.
Yeah, I have not, but I did hear about. I did hear quite a bit around it. I do know a little bit about it. Like, as Ted Cruz says, every third word is a profanity.
I'm sorry?
Like, as Ted Cruz put it, every third word is a profanity. Like,
never heard of that one.
That's an exaggeration, more or less. But that, I mean, it's the guy. It's from the guys who made South Park. Damn it! It's gonna get edgy. To say that it's edgy would be an understatement. Anyways, let's go.
Poland really is our favorite.
Aside from this being a violation of international law.
Violation of international law. My left nut!
America, you just cannot do this. You cannot just go and take presidents whenever you want. And we will respond for this.
Go ahead. Do whatever makes you happy, but realize that 2026 might be the year of the yoinkening. And it might happen with your president or your fucking, what do you call him, the Ayatollah as well. You guys are in kind of some turmoil right now anyways, right? Like,
the year of the yoinking, I'm done. Yo, I like that.
Yeah.
They should make a shirt of that. They should make a shirt of that.
If he managed to reach out to HLC himself and make that a shirt, let me know.
Trust me, I will.
having a bunch of protests and stuff. So it's probably a pretty unstable time in your government. So it'd probably be a pretty prime time to, I don't know, steal members of your government. First of all, America, phenomenal operation. You did really, really well. Secondly, if I may, since 2026 is the year of the yoinkening, I would like to put a suggestion in the suggestion box. Now, it's going to be significantly harder than the Venezuela one, but you've always seemed like you were up for a challenge. You just can't do this. Even Americans know you can't do this, America. They're protesting where you have Maduro right now in New York.
Hold what you have to say for a little bit, all right? Grandpa Buff's got it covered.
Oh yeah, those retards. Yeah, no, they would have held their breath until they died if President Trump had talked about how good breathing was.
I've seen so many jokes about that.
Like, here's the thing.
I've seen them on
about,
TikTok. I've seen them on Twitter. And it was literally this one guy with like a blue hair wig. And then he's like acts shocked. He grabs like a fucking Walmart bag or something and then like tightens it on purpose.
Oh.
And that's the end of the video.
Damn.
Being apolitical as much as I can, but this is
and
a win for you.
The top caption of the video, like right here.
Yeah?
it says liberals slash Democrats.
Damn. Now that's dark humor.
Now tell me that is not the most accurate depiction of liberals and Democrats today.
Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if one of them were to actually do that.
I
Ukraine.
wouldn't be surprised if one of them even started like making a petition to make space travel possible.
Was fighting against Russia, and Russia was getting a whole bunch of money and fuel and raw materials from fucking Venezuela. So this fucked over Russia. So like, I don't understand how some people are claiming to be pro-Ukrainian, but they're really against this whole Maduro situation. Plus, if you look at what the fuck is happening down in Venezuela, they're cheering their heads off, and you're protesting.
I have seen the shit. I have seen that shit on X. I have seen the footage. They were in fact cheering. Thousands of people in the streets of Venezuela were cheering that Maduro got fucking yoinked.
Yeah, I thought too. And then we got fucking retards out here, pardon my French, YouTube, that are protesting the capture of the dictator.
You
What the fuck?
You told YouTube, like, forgive my language, dude, you should have been more offensive. These retarded dumb
More
fucks.
offensive. Oh, you want more offensive?
Yeah.
You want more offensive?
Oh yeah, but just don't. At least don't cross the Rumble line, because if Rumble were to take this live stream down, that's a no-go. All right. If YouTube takes it down, I don't give a fuck. But if Rumble takes it down, then I give a fuck.
I was about to drop the F and D bomb. I think if you know what I mean by F and D bomb.
Oh.
I'm not talking about fuck.
The FA bomb.
Yeah, the FA bomb. Yeah. And the DY bomb.
Ooh. Yeah. The one that rhymes with maggot.
And the one that rhymes with bike.
Yeah. Anyways.
Literally, look, I didn't think Trump derangement syndrome was a thing. I'm going to be totally real with you, but you now have people talking about how great of a person a fucking dictator was just because of their hatred for the president of the United States. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I will say, at least in some aspect, the president talked about being the most transparent administration in history.
And unfortunately, somebody I know suffers from DLS, Trump derangement syndrome.
Trump derangement syndrome? Ugh.
TDS. TDS, sorry. TDS, sorry.
Trump derangement syndrome.
What the fuck is DLS? What the fuck?
I don't know. Anyways.
I meant TDS, damn it. Somebody I know is suffering from TDS, and I refuse to name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight up told the world that, yes, this is about oil. Yeah, but not in the way you think. See, the whole thing is, yes, it's about oil. But see, we had some oil refineries and we were drilling down there. And then the state, Venezuela, took those over and didn't maintain them. They weren't producing jobs. They weren't producing oil. And now we get to go back in there because capitalism is just better for everybody. And we get to run those refineries, and they're going to be manned by Venezuelans who are then going to be earning a livable wage because they're drilling, because they're mining, because they're refining, and they're actually doing stuff instead of just Maduro trying to line the pockets of fucking Russia and China and all these other shitty places.
Drill, baby, drill.
And his people were starving to death.
I'm going to say something here. It might be a fucking hot take. Imagine if we had done this with Saddam in 2003. Maybe there wouldn't be a 20-year global war on terror, at least in Iraq. I mean, I would argue that this is probably the least violent way to remove a dictator.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally would have sent in the goats, but hey.
All right. On to the next one. Let's see. Which one should I have you react to? Let's see. Let's go with.
Oh boy.
Let's go with. Just hold on for one moment. Alpha Wolf. I just got to get some Discord notifications out of the way. So I'm gonna put them on.
Yeah, Wolfie's fine. It's fine.
Yep. I'm just gonna swap to a different scene, get these notifications out, and yeah, it should take no more than 10 seconds. Okay. And there we go. All right. Whoop. Here we go.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. You're still good.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
We're
So next one
You're
is
good.
that time America stole a German U-boat. Now, I'm also gonna give a bit of a spoiler for this one, and you're gonna think that this is a what the fuck moment. There's also a moment in this video where Nick, here, the fat electrician, talks about how America sank a train.
What?
Yeah.
Cut out. What?
Yeah.
Cut out. You cut out. I didn't hear you. What?
Oh, there was a submarine that managed to sink a fucking train.
No. I'm not saying. You're not tricking me this time. You're not tricking me to say it this time.
Just send it to me in a DM. Send it to me in a DM.
No. You said there's gonna be a what the fuck moment. I almost said it, but I held it in.
Ethan U-Boat 505.
The full episode of this is available at Pepperbox TV. By the way, go check these guys out on Pepperbox as well. These guys based as fuck.
Basically,
It's so much.
We got Eli Double Tap here.
Okay.
We got Eli Double Tap here. Say hi to Eli.
More degradation.
basically,
You, Nick.
And this is Habitual Line Crosser.
How's it going, Eli? You look like a better, no homo, more handsome version of Petro Pascal.
Yep. Okay, and this right here is Habitual Line Crosser, full face and whatnot. So there you go. You get to see that his nose practically has its own zip code.
the rest of the internet already knows this because I've told them.
There's also one more guy in this group. His name is Angry Cops. You'll see him. I'll basically call him out when we get to him. So I'll just point him out when we get to him.
So America came. One captain, I forget his name. He basically concocts a plan of like, all right, every time we sink a German U-boat, they raise the U-boat up, the crew evacuates, and then it sinks. I'm going to steal that bitch next time. So he assembles a crew and he picks like his best mechanic, his best electrician, his best bomb guy. And he gets this crew of like 6 or 7 guys. And then he also picks out a camera guy. So as soon as the Germans evacuate, all these guys run in and they get inside the sub and they start trying to repair the submarine. Everything's in German. And the Americans are like, the Germans gave up on repairing their own shit. They know what the inside has looked like. They've been trained on it. We're so good, we're going to go in there and fix it anyways. So they go in there, they start repairing this ship. They undo all the scuttling charges. And then eventually they have to end up shutting the hatch. And at this point, like the 7 dudes are like the boat's going to go down with them in it. They can't get out. So thinking fast, they tie the U-boat to the biggest ship they have. I think it was a destroyer, and start towing it just to try to keep it from sinking too far. The men on the inside go in and they detached the turbine from the drive shaft, but left it hooked up to the generator so that as the turbine was spinning, it was creating enough electrical current to get electricity back inside the sub. And they managed to keep this up. and then they tow it all the way to Bermuda. And then while it's in Bermuda, they paint it like an American ship and call it the USS Nemo, which is literally means no one or nobody is what it means. And then the funny story is they have the captain of the vessel, and he got up in the evacuation, and it's been like 8 hours. Like, as far as he's concerned, the submarine blew up. It's at the bottom of the ocean. He wakes up in the hospital bed, and the captain of the destroyer comes in and is like, yeah, you're going to talk to us, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, no, I'm not. And all this shit. He's like, no, we still have your sub. And he's like, no, you don't. Yeah, we do. And he goes back and shows him. He's like, yeah, we're towing it right now. And the dude just starts crying. Like, they're going to kill me. They're going to murder my whole family for this. And he's like, bro, by the time they find out, the chain of command's not going to exist. You're fine. It's no big deal.
We're covered.
Yeah. And then, they took it over to the East Coast, and then they took it over to New York, and they let everybody tour it to sell war bonds. And they took it down to Philadelphia, toured it to sell war bonds. And then they were just going to scrap it. They were going to hit it with a nuclear bomb like America did after World War II with all the ships they didn't want anymore. And
we nuked a lot of shit.
The commander of the ship is like, I stole that. I'd like it back. And his brother was on the Chicago City Council, so they raised money, and the city of Chicago paid to have the submarine transported all the way to Chicago, and it's still there. It's the last German U-boat of that type in existence.
Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. I must have missed that video. My bad. That's on me.
Also, God, it was... So, like, the Germans jumped out left. They're like, oh, we're... And then they snuck in after, or did they shoot?
Well, they're never going to be able to race the ship. It's
this guy's angry cops. Angry cops on YouTube. So,
I've never seen this guy before.
I'm not entirely sure.
Like in a movie or something?
I don't know. You might be thinking of someone else. I'm not sure.
already sinking, and if we put electrical and bombs on it.
That's it's like, exactly.
Wait a second, why is there a code behind this? Oh my God!
The Americans are wave surfing with our U-boat. Why?
Why? The Americans are wave surfing with our U-boat. Why? That's my best. That's my honest attempt at a German accent. As someone who's a quarter German myself.
Yeah.
They were
I'll still tell you about that one video, like people from foreign countries sneeze differently. You know, like French people might go, "It's you."
Goodness gracious.
Now, as for German, people would be like, "Achoo," or like, "Sorry."
I'm not necessarily sure about that first one. I don't necessarily know if it's a nationality thing or whatnot, but that sounds like a gay guy sneezing. The one that basically goes.
Oh man, you gotta sneeze him.
Yeah, the one that basically goes. Scheiße. Yeah, that one would probably be German because Scheiße is shit in German.
They're all up top.
Something like,
I don't know about that one. But anyways, let's go.
Having a good time and throwing beers back and forth.
I can't believe they let the black ones inside.
Because they were, at least it's no juice.
I know.
Oh, jeez. Let me back up so that you can get the whole thing right there.
Inside.
Because they were, at least it's no juice.
I know that they sent.
at least it's not juice. I'm done. I'm done. Hey, yo, that reminds me of a joke. You ready?
Let her rip.
What do you call 1,000 Jews on a train?
Anything you want. They're not coming back.
Pretty much, yeah.
He told me that joke.
Oh yeah, by the way, quick question. What is Adolf Hitler's favorite drink?
I don't know.
Orange Jews.
I had a feeling that was going to be a joke, but that's more or less a dad joke. But how about this one? So this one is for the comments. This one is for the comments section specifically, and this one's mine. This one's mine, and he knows the answer to this. But I'm gonna let you guys figure it out in the comments. If you know the answer, just say, I know the answer to that. What do you call a black man that drives a monster truck? Put your answers in the comments. He knows the answer. Yeah, you can see by his reaction.
I do. Yes, I do.
And just think, I figured that joke out. All right?
The camera guy in to like take pictures of the sub in case they didn't get anything else or whatever, but also it's just funny that they sent the camera guy in like, we're gonna record it because we're about to do some gangster shit.
Wait, Eli, there had to have been a Jew. There was a camera guy. Hollywood. Asian.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Plug all the holes in the boats.
Oh my, why is
You
this
want the
U-Haul
hot
so
U-boat or
drafty?
not?
Also terrifying with, imagine you're a private or a sergeant. It doesn't matter.
Or a
You're just
seaman.
in the military, and then you have random dude come up and he's like, hey, we're stealing a U-boat while it's sinking. I'd be like, okay.
Well, I will say from firsthand
What
experience,
is the pay?
depending on how much soju I've consumed, I would be very willing to do that. I learned this in Korea.
That's definitely not the sketchiest shit submariners did during World War II.
Submariners.
No, dude, submariners are on a whole other level.
And I will say this. I don't know if you know this, Wolfie, but in the Roman Nation Discord server, one of the guys that's part of the crew, Navasa, he is a submariner. I'm pretty sure he's told you that before, but he actually served in our military as a submariner.
No, respect.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire time since it's been invented, it's terrifying.
The USS Barb is the only Americans to set foot on mainland Japan during World War II.
And the USS Barb is the only boat that, or I think it's the only boat or submarine. I think it's the boat. I think it's a boat that managed to sink the train.
Well, damn.
Yeah, somehow a boat sank a fucking train? How did that, like, you would think, how the fuck did that happen? Let's get to it.
Oh yeah, they stole what'd they steal?
They didn't steal anything. They blew up a train with an IED.
Yes.
The submarine?
Yes.
Showed where the
USS Barb.
It must have been a submarine.
I just love that it's called the Barb. Hey, Barb, why don't you go over to Japan real quick and blow up a train?
So Eugene Lucky Flucky was skipper of this ship, like the captain of the ship, and they were
aliens would never believe any of this.
They were
Like, are you just, hey, this is Lucky Bucky. He's flying the USS Barb underwater. Go on. Sorry.
So he
just
fucking,
sounds so fake.
He's sinking all kinds of shit. And I forget the exact amount, forgive me, but it was traditionally speaking in World War II, you could only be a commander of a submarine. It was like 3 war patrols, I think, that you were allowed to go on. And the theory was, by the time you've done it 3 times, you're either going to become too reckless or too conservative. So you basically need a new guy in there before he gets jaded. But Eugene Lucky Flucky was like, give me a 4th one. And they're like, you have the Medal of Honor. You're our best submarine commander. Okay, we're going to give you a 4th one. And then he's like,
Medal of Honor, damn.
Can I put rocket launchers on my submarine?
They're like, damn it, fuck. We told you don't be reckless. He's like, I'm not being reckless. I'm not getting out of there. It's just more bombs on a bomb. What are we doing here?
So he's
Yeah. Can you still hear me, Wolfie?
Like I said, man,
All right.
I just destroyed my shit.
All right, I'm gonna
I'm not
keep
even
playing.
kidding, man.
Pulling up to Japan, surfacing and firing rocket launchers at like factories and shit, blowing up all kinds of shit, and then just sinking back into the depths. He's outside of this bay in Japan, and he's just spawn camping every transport that leaves this. He's sinking it, and eventually he's like, "It's taken too long. The ships. I'm getting bored. Find me 6." Boy Scout, like he literally specifically chose dudes that were Eagle Scouts, and then he picked a different guy from each like section of the crew so that everybody was equally represented, and basically made his own special forces crew. And then under the cover of night, they took an inflatable raft, went on to mainland Japan with an IED that they made out of a scuttling charge, buried it underneath a bunch of railroad ties with a pressure detector, and then hightailed it back, and they're just sitting out there on top of the submarine watching as the train comes. Train hits it. Apparently it blew the locomotive 300 feet into the air.
Did you catch that? It was about
Holy
200 to
shit.
300 feet that a fucking train was forcefully rocket jumped.
Well, shit.
Yeah, a fucking train was forced into a 200 to 300 foot fucking rocket jump.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
yeah. And those of you that have played Team Fortress 2, yeah, now the rocket jump doesn't seem like a freaking bug anymore, huh? Yeah, that is how the rocket jump was actually discovered in TF2. Yeah, instead of fixing that bug, Valve, the creators of Team Fortress 2, decided, you know what? We're just gonna leave that in. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. So we're just gonna build around it. Like we're just gonna create a couple new weapons that basically just like, oh, you get benefits from rocket jumping. So anyways, back to the video.
They're the only guys that set foot on mainland Japan in World War II.
Man.
If you look to your right, you will see a nice, beautiful Tokyo landscape. Holy shit! Holy shit!
And they start doing Japanese accents like, holy shit! Holy shit! That locomotive just went very high. Yeah, I just thought of another one that you should see after this. It's by the Fat Electrician again, and I think you're gonna laugh really hard at that one.
All right.
But anyways, after this, we'll check that one out.
We as high as Mount Fujiama!
You know, okay, so here's like the more that I hear about like Americans in all the wars we've all been in, it must be terrifying to fight against us. Like just, I mean, in general, because we either like blindly run in and get ourselves killed, or we live long enough that we become smart enough that we can get away with more shit. And the longer we live, like
the longer we live, the more shit. The longer our military members live, the more shit they can get away with. The more shit they know they can get away with. and as the saying goes, it's never a war crime the first time.
I love the notion that there's some mid-tier manager in the enemy's military that's going to go up to a general one day in World War III and say, "Sir, we've taken down the Americans' comms. You did what? You separated high command from the men on the ground?"
Yeah, big mistake there, buddy. Yeah, you do not want to separate the American high command from the American boots on the ground. Because you cut out the freaking middleman. That is the worst thing you could do, because the boots on the
Yo, I got an idea for that. I got an idea for that. Again, YouTube. It's a fake. See, it's a fake.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and say that line right there, like what the enemy soldiers just did. Go ahead.
You separate high command from the men on the ground?
Excuse me.
It's just motherfucker what? Just fucking execute.
Alright, that's it. You done.
And now you done fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. Chitty chitty bang bang. Oh Lord.
They shoot him instantly.
That makes me want to play Call of Duty World War II.
Huh?
Is it bad this makes you want to play Call of Duty World War II right now?
I don't know.
But
at least it's not Call of Duty Vanguard.
That's what was holding them back.
God.
You monster.
Guys, get me started with that homo shit.
Yeah. Anyways, let's keep going.
His comms are down for 6 hours by the time they get him back up. All right, so the Marines are down to loincloths and body paint. The Army is scalping people. It's all made up as we go.
American comms disabled.
Fucking
Lockheed Martin stock plummets.
So, replay that one line right there. This is how I depict this right here. Ready?
American comms disabled.
Yep. Once again.
Lockheed Martin stock plummets. War's gonna be over, boys. I don't know.
I just feel like it's that scene in Call of Duty where, you know, the comms go down and then there's just like the American soldiers just walk into the airport and are like, no Russian.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's going to be one of those moments where everybody's just like, we can do what we want.
Yeah. The last thing you want to tell an American soldier is that he either he's going to die or he's able to do what he wants.
He'll take it to heart.
Yeah.
He'll take it to heart.
Yeah. He will take that shit to heart, and if he knew that he was going to die, he's going to go down fighting. All right, he is going to go down, just go.
Yeah.
But if you tell him that, yeah, he's also probably going to do that same thing if you also tell him you can do what you want now. Because at that point, all hell breaks loose.
You cut out for a moment.
But Ethan, to go off of what you said, I watched a video not too long ago. It was Vietnam veterans from Vietnam that were like talking shit about like how many Americans they killed. They were like, yeah, they're like the Americans. You know, they had a lot of air superiority, but they weren't disciplined and they were easy to kill. And I was like, look at the scoreboard to the numbers that we put on you guys. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh no! By the way, Angry Cops kind of
scoreboard.
Yeah, with Angry Cops is kind of like pointing in a pretty much top to his top right, and it looks like he's pointing at us. That's just how the video is.
To the numbers that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, sub to this guy.
We put on you guys. Like, what are you talking about?
I will.
Are you sure about that? Because we got stories about dudes that didn't give a just kept running through you guys like water through water. I don't know.
Like water through water.
Like water. Let's say water through toilet paper.
That works.
Wasn't it like 2 million like potential fighters against, and then the U.S. lost like 65 or 58,000 or something like that. Like it was.
Yeah,
it
we
was
lost like 60 to 70,000.
Yeah, it was a significant KDR. Like America has a great kill death ratio. It's just the whole nation building thing we're not good at. We haven't figured that part out yet.
Yeah, even after 250 fucking years, we still haven't figured that shit out.
because nobody was ever supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we have that.
You just have to give us, like, it has to be a game of who's better than who. Like, Germany's a perfect example. You've got communism on Eastern Germany, and then you've got,
Capitalism.
oh my God, I'm retarded. Capitalism, Jesus. Okay, we can't lose to the and so we were like, we can't lose to the Russians.
Yeah, I got the voice. I got a soundbite for that.
I'm kind of retarded.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a fucking sound for everything, don't you?
I got a few meme sounds in my voice mod soundboard.
What are we gonna do?
Or how about the?
We're gonna-
How about the? What the fuck?
Maybe. We'll see about that one.
Send 1 million planes every day and drop off enough food for that specific part of the country that is surrounded by communism and watch it flourish. So, like, if there was somebody in, like, Iraq, if Iran decided to take Eastern Iraq and we had Western Iraq, I have no doubt in my mind that Iraq would be a paradise right now. You know?
Yeah. That's, well, just half of it would be. Half.
Yeah, Sharia law Iraq, and then capitalism Iraq. And then eventually, you know, the wall would come down, or the burqas would come down, and then we would have all of Iraq be a phenomenal capitalistic society.
Yep. So there's that one.
Yeah.
All
right.
So what are you thinking about these so far? Pretty damn funny,
So
huh?
far, so good. Pretty damn funny.
All right.
We're still doing the half an hour of hot takes towards the end, so.
Yeah. All right. So now on to America's unhinged nuclear
Wait,
testing.
how long we been? How long we been live right now?
We're approaching 2 hours.
Approaching 2 hours. Okay,
Yep.
so.
We got America's America's unhinged nuclear testing, Operation Plum Bob. No, by the way, that 2.5 hours, that 2.5 hours thing, that's more or less just kind of like a goal. Anything after that is just kind of like, it's just whatever at that point. So let's go. Operation Plum Bob, the time that America turned the Earth into a fucking potato gun, as the fat electrician would say. By the way, he does say that in this video. we turned the Earth into a fucking potato gun.
Okay, I finally got around to doing that video on that time America launched a manhole cover in outer space with a nuclear bomb, and it turns out that's actually the lesser of two interesting parts of this story, because America also dropped a nuclear bomb on top of 6 people to prove that nukes were safe.
Yeah. Did you catch that?
I beg your finest fucking pardon!
Yeah, we dropped a nuke on 6 guys to prove that nukes were safe?
What type of fuck shit?
What kind of crack are you smoking? And we're gonna get some. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, probably a liberal crack. I'm playing.
That's probably that fine rainbow powdered dust right there.
I like that. Rainbow powder dust. I like that.
I just made it up. I'll be here all week. Alright, let's get back to the video.
Okay.
Today we're talking about Operation Plum Bob. The professional way to explain it would be to say that it is a bunch of nuclear testing that was carried out by the United States government in the late 1950s in the deserts of Nevada. However, in reality, it is more akin to the United States government dicking off with nuclear warheads in the desert, like they're a bunch of rednecks on 4th of July with fireworks.
We'll shoot fireballs at it.
Yeah, yeah, America decided to fuck around and find out with nukes.
We'll shoot fireballs at it.
What scene was that? What movie was that scene from?
fireworks.
I have no idea. I was
We'll shoot
watching.
fireballs at it.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
All right, skipping the sponsor again. By the way, in the sponsor, he has a shirt that basically just has a picture of a stick figure that's basically dry humping the word communism.
Fuck communism.
Yep.
Want to give your money to. 7, there was a total of 29 nuclear. Back to the video. All right, Operation Plum Bob takes place in 1957. There was a total of 29 nuclear explosions, and they were testing all kinds of different stuff. They had biomedical testing going on with pigs, seeing how radiation affected them and at what distance. Then they were covering the pigs with blankets, seeing what materials blocked the radiation, what materials didn't. They also conducted experiments on 18,000 U.S. service members, basically having them dig a trench off in the distance and hide in it while they detonated a nuclear warhead to see how they held up. And then they had different buildings and structures built out of different materials, trying to see which building materials blocked radiation the best and which ones blocked them the worst. Now, when this started, all the bombs that were being detonated off the top of a tower or from a high altitude weather balloon. They were just detonating nuclear warheads into the open atmosphere. What could possibly go wrong, right? And the important context here is that it's 1957. The world became aware of nuclear weapons 12 years prior to World War II, and a couple years after that, the USSR had their own nuclear weapons. We are well on.
Yeah, it is understandable that nuclear energy is quite a divisive topic, considering that, you know, like nuclear weapons, duh. You know, you could get like the radiation from that shit and whatnot. Just put enough lead in between you and the source of that freaking radiation, you should be fine. Even with gamma radiation.
I'd say 400 pounds of lead would be enough, in my opinion.
Nah, it's not the amount. It's not the weight of the lead. It's basically, imagine a wall, and the thickness of the wall basically will dictate that.
Yo, speaking of the wall, have you heard about what the president has done with the border?
No. What did he do?
He literally instructed that the metal border wall to be painted jet black.
Jet black?
So that way, even if people try to illegally cross over to our country,
they just run into it.
Even if they try to run into it, it will not work. They will still have to try to like squeeze their way through. And by the time they squeeze their way through, they're already quite literally cooked. Because in case you don't know, any metal that is painted in black or jet black,
oh yeah,
even in nighttime, it will never cool down. It will still be flaming hot.
Oh yeah, and I know the scientific reason as to why. Like this is where academia actually comes in clutch, because black is good at absorbing all the light and basically turning it into heat.
Exactly.
And
therefore, the perfect reason to paint the entire border wall, the entire metal border wall, jet black.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that way.
I bet even their clothes will catch fire.
Ooh, jeez. Now we have the biggest.
I bet even their clothes will catch fire.
Now we have the biggest hard-R N-word defending our border. There we go.
I just got that. Bruh. I'm done. That was good.
And get this, I did not say the actual word, but I effectively did the replacement for it, so that you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I caught that, bro. I caught that.
Yep, and that basically that blanket is the border itself. It is the wall.
Yeah.
off into the Cold War, and nuclear hysteria is at an all-time high. So by this point in time, the American general public doesn't just understand that nuclear weapons make a really big boom, they also, to some degree, also understand radiation and nuclear fallout. So everybody kind of understands what's going on at this point. I mean, they've even got cartoon turtles teaching kids what to do in case a nuclear bomb gets dropped near them.
What the fuck is duck and cover gonna do?
Nothing.
Exactly.
How about this on for size? I remember seeing this cartoon in 6th grade.
Damn.
I was 11
They're
at the
ancient
time.
then. I'm playing.
No, ancient, like that, it doesn't have anything to do with that. It's the memory, all right? It is how good the memory is, all right? And I still remember what classroom I still remember what classroom I was in, all right? I still remember what classroom I was in.
So naturally, when everybody finds out the government is strapping nukes to balloons and blowing them up in the desert, there's quite a bit of concern, you know, like, hey, maybe that's a bad idea. And then everybody finds out this is actually how the government's planning on protecting them from a nuclear strike from the Soviet Union, by taking one of our nukes and blowing up the Soviet nuke in the sky right above everybody's heads. Ladies and gentlemen, the Genie air-to-air missile.
And it's fight fire with fire at that point. Like, do you think that's gonna work? Like, you're blowing up one nuke with another one. Not necessarily the best idea.
No, not at all.
Okay, you gotta remember, this is a 1950.
And I'm not an explosives autistic. I'm a fucking math autistic, and I'm just like, and Wolfie over here is a fucking movie autistic. Damn it. So like, yeah, it's just like you're taking one nuke and you're gonna try and blow it up with another nuke to see if the first nuke doesn't go off and harms anyone. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're trying to put out a fire with you're trying to put out a fire with gasoline, motherfucker, all right? It's only going to get worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only going to get worse.
Continental ballistic missile that can reach from the Soviet Union into America yet. So this means that the only nuclear strike risk really comes from Soviet bombers flying into America and dropping their bombs. So we got to be ready to shoot down these planes, right? Obviously. Problem, again, it's the 1950s. There's no sophisticated anti-air systems yet, okay? There's not really any air-to-air missiles that our fighter jets can shoot accurately. So the going theory was that we're going to use this nuclear fucking missile and shoot it at an entire formation of Soviet planes and blow all of them up at once.
Genius! Sure.
Okay, and on a rudimentary level, this makes complete sense, right? If you can't be accurate, you increase the margin of error. If you're not good with shooting a pistol, maybe grab a shotgun, it's easier to hit your target. However, what they've went and done with the Genie missile might be a little bit of overkill, because what they've essentially said is, well, I'm not very accurate with air-to-air missiles for shooting down planes, so instead I've opted to create a spawn point for the fucking sun.
Damn.
Yeah.
So naturally, now everybody's absolutely terrified, and the government's like, guys, calm down. It's going to be completely fine. There's no, you know what? I'll just prove it to you. Give me 5 volunteers and a camera guy, but don't tell him what he's doing. On July 19th, 1957, the United States government detonated a Genie air-to-air nuclear missile with a 1.5 kiloton warhead directly above the heads of 5 U.S. service members that volunteered to be there, and a camera guy that was not informed of what he was doing until a couple hours beforehand.
I'm out. What? You cannot pull out of this. I'm pulling out. You're way too deep to pull out. I'm pulling out. No, you're not. You're leaving it in. I've been pulling out for years, son.
The freaking innuendos there are just, like, they're obvious.
Are they talking about a firefight or butt stuff? The fuck?
Are they talking about a firefight or sex?
Shit. All this, like, almost like, I'm pulling out. Don't you dare pull out.
What?
I'm pulling out. Don't pull it out. You leave it in.
And then you're just like, hey, yo, what the f... Yeah, at that point, you... At that point...
Hey, yo, what the...
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Is that... Yep.
Yep.
In your head, you're probably picturing like 5 dudes in hazmat suits with a welding mask on. No, it's literally 5
and there's the video
bros
evidence
in their military uniforms standing in the middle of the desert with no glasses, making direct eye contact with a nuclear explosion while one of them is holding a sign that says Ground Zero, Population 5, because that shit's funny.
We felt a heat pulse, a very bright light, a fireball. It is red. The sky looks black about it. It is boiling above us there. It is rapidly losing color. There is the ground wave. It is over, folks. It is tremendous, directly above our heads. It went.
Okay, now let's just take a minute and appreciate the fact that you've probably just witnessed the most testicular fortitude ever captured on camera. Secondly, let's also admire the fact that the sign that says Ground Zero, Population 5 is not only funny at face value, but it's hilarious that they only counted the 5 of them in the camera and not the cameraman himself, because even back in 1957, they knew that the cameraman never dies.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually like Frodo Baggins.
And out of respect for them being, to the best of my knowledge, the only 6 people that have ever volunteered to have a nuclear warhead dropped directly above their foreheads, I'm going to go ahead and read their names off. The cameraman's name is George Yoshitake, and the 5 service members are as follows: Colonel Sidney Bruce, Lieutenant Colonel Frank Ball, Major John Hughes.
There's all 6 of their names right there.
Major Norman Bodinger, and Don Luttrell. Apparently the cameraman, Mr. Yoshitake, had filmed a bunch of other nuclear tests in the past, and he thought that this was going to be no different than all the other ones, you know, where he's miles and miles away just filming a mushroom cloud, and he didn't know that they were going to be dropping the bomb directly above him until like a couple hours beforehand, and he was already there. After arriving to the test site, he was briefed on what was going to go down, and according to him, he was pretty much completely unfazed. He did not care at all, and he was 100% game to partake in this experiment, which I think we can all agree is gangster as fuck.
This is what I picture.
What did you picture?
I walk in there like a fucking gangster.
And then he goes on to live a normal life until he passed away in 2013 at the age of 84. And the other 5 service members that were also involved in this experiment all lived full, happy lives. As far as I could tell, the youngest any of them passed away was 71, and the rest of them all lived into their 70s. And while it's great that they were all okay, the PR stunt itself wasn't really that effective because the general public wasn't swayed very much by it. They still wanted them to stop blowing up nuclear bombs all the time. So finally, the US government's like, fine, we'll stop blowing up so many bombs in the desert. And the American people are like, and above the desert in the atmosphere. Okay, fine. And above the desert in the atmosphere. And in the ocean. Fine. We won't detonate nuclear bombs in the ocean either. And that is the story of how nuclear testing finally came to
an end?
No, I'm just kidding.
He was kidding.
The government then, that is the story of how nuclear testing finally came to an end. No, I'm just kidding. The government then decided to opt for the loophole, and they were gonna bore a 500-foot deep hole in the middle of the desert so that they could blow up a nuke underground, because nobody would be mad, because people were only mad about on the surface, in the atmosphere, and in the ocean. Sure.
They're now basically going Earthquake Simulator 1957.
Surely, blowing one up underground wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? I mean, what could go wrong?
Delete me!
That's the second sponsor, so I'll just skip it.
All the link, but I discount code down below. Let's keep going. I mean, I'm not an overly smart guy or an explosions expert or anything, but I mean, off the top of my head, I've got some concerns. Primarily, I've seen the cinematic masterpiece Armageddon, where Bruce Willis convinced me that a bunch of dudes that work on an oil rig are easier to train to be astronauts than teaching astronauts how to drill a fucking hole. I mean, that was the entire premise of the movie. Drill a hole, stick a nuke down it, blow the planet you're on in half. I understand 500 feet probably isn't deep enough for that to be realistic, but still, nothing good can come of this. You're gonna like piss off King Kong or unleash that Balrog thing that killed Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. Something bad is gonna happen. Now, luckily, they're not planning
Nice references. I like that.
King
Kong, Lord of the Rings,
warhead
love
in
it.
this hole. They're just planning on blowing one up. And what I mean by that is the premise of this experiment was basically, remember, we're worried about the USSR bringing bombs.
Another thing. There was one video I saw, speaking of Lord of the Rings, there's one video I saw on TikTok where it was some retard fuck who literally said, and I quote, "We on behalf of the Lord of the Rings community say, fuck guys." My brother in Christ, are you fucking retarded? Am I the only one who knows the fact, even though I never Rings movies or read the books? Am I the only motherfucker alive that knows that Lord of the Rings is literally built to message and is literally built around the world of border control?
What?
Am I the only one? I mean, the world of Lord of the Rings is literally based around borders where 2 or 3 different kingdoms stand to keep the other enemies out.
That's pretty based.
Ergo, border control, motherfucker!
Hashtag build the wall. Sure.
Jesus Christ.
Planes and dropping a nuclear bomb on
I
America.
mean,
And
even the guy on TikTok, known as the older millennial, has confirmed this. Search him up. You'll find out for yourself. Trust me.
I would not be surprised if that was the case. Oh, and by the way, if I remember this correct, the older millennial showed up on Rumination once before.
You're lying. I know you're lying.
No. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 fucking second, all right? Now I'm gonna swap to this. All right, you guys won't be able to hear him, but you know, I'll just turn my desktop audio so you guys will be able to hear him. All right, and I'm actually going to find out if he is. Yep. He is. And so is Angry Cops. Angry Cops and the older millennial are part of the Roman Nation server as special guests.
Well, I'll be damned.
And get this, Wolfie, you are in
What's
that server
up?
too.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So you effectively share a
But-
Discord server with the older millennial and Angry Cops. 1/4 of
Okay.
kind of consensual.
Okay, I'm gonna switch out my headphones right now because this one's about to die.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll still be able to hear myself.
All right. All right, give him a moment to do that.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank God.
Yep.
But yeah, honestly, even the older millennial himself, you could ask him. You could tag him in the server and ask him if Lord of the Rings is literally based on the purpose of border control. He will confirm it for you. I've seen his video. You can ask him that. He will confirm it for you. And to the people who watch Lord of the Rings and are massive Lord of the Rings fans, and your liberals who say fuck ICE, yeah, cry about it, bitches. Cry about it. Go to your mommies and cry about it.
Oh my goodness. All right. Anyways, let's get back to this
I've
video.
spoken, and this is the word.
shooting those USSR bombers down. Essentially, we're going to blow up those planes that have a nuclear weapon on board. They want to know what happens when you blow up a nuclear weapon with a conventional type bomb or missile, right? So they're going to stick a nuclear warhead in the hole with another bomb, and they're going to blow up the conventional bomb and see if that blows up the nuclear bomb as well, because we need to know that. And the going theory is that the nuke is not going to explode because nuclear bombs have to be set off in a very particular way, and if they don't get set off in that exact way, there's safety measures that are actually supposed to kill the nuke rather than set it off.
Pretty good. You know, they're supposed to be safety measures.
But that's all theoretical, and there's only one real way to actually test it, right? You're going to back up, grab a camera, yell World Star, and see what happens.
You're going to back up, grab a camera, yell World Star, and see what happens. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'll ever get tired of that line. Time to yell World Star.
I don't think I will either.
So that's exactly what they do. July 26, 1957, they have the first underground nuclear test ever, known as Pascal A. Takes them all day to set it up. They got to lower the device down this hole. They get everything ready. Then, on top of the hole, you know, in case the nuclear bomb does go off, they lower a 5-foot thick slab of concrete that weighs thousands and thousands of pounds. And then on top of the hole, they have some kind of lid. I'm not sure what material it was. They didn't say, but sitting on top of the lid, there was a bunch of sensing equipment, because remember, they're not expecting a big explosion. They're expecting a really small explosion, and they want to get as much data from it as possible. So they have like sensors and cameras aiming down the hole through this lid. And I will now let the head scientist in charge, Bob Brownlee, take the story from here. And I quote, "They finally got it down the hole, by my recollection, about 10 o'clock at night or so. There wasn't much time to go back to Mercury, go to bed, get up the next morning and shoot it. So somebody said, why don't we just shoot it now and then go in? And it was the world's finest Roman candle, because at night it was all visible. Blue fire shot hundreds of feet into the air. Everybody was down in the area, and then they all jumped up, jumped in their cars, and drove like crazy, not even counting who was there and who came out of the area." So the safety equipment didn't work. The nuclear part went off, generating an explosion about 50,000 times bigger than they were anticipating. Apparently, the explosion was so large that seismic equipment from all over the world could sense this explosion.
That's crazy.
You know, seismic equipment being the shit they use to detect earthquakes.
Yeah. Like a seismograph, I'm thinking? I think that's the right word.
Another scientist that was present described it as, and I quote, "the biggest damn Roman candle you ever saw. It was beautiful. Big blue glow in the sky." And because of this, the United States government comes to the realization, okay, maybe underground nuclear testing isn't that great of it. I'm just fucking with you guys. They redid the exact same experiment like a month later, August 27th, 1957.
August 27th, 1957.
Well,
Yeah. 40 years before I turned a week old.
Damn.
And they didn't really change a whole lot about the experiment. They took the device, they stuck it down the hole, they put thousands of pounds of concrete directly on top of it, and then the only thing they did change was, instead of whatever lid they were using before that they could like put sensors through and shit, they went and tried to control the explosion by getting a 2,000-pound manhole cover, and then they welded it shut over the top of the hole. They then took the best high-speed camera they could find and aimed it at the manhole cover, because if the safety device failed again, whatever happens to the manhole cover was, and I quote, "scientifically interesting," aka they're just doing Mythbusters shit with DOD money.
Doing Mythbuster shit with DOD money. Now, Department of War money. Yikes.
So they detonate the bomb, the safety device fails, the nuclear portion goes off, and in hindsight, what happened is when you have a nuclear bomb go off with thousands of pounds of concrete directly on top of it, that concrete is instantly vaporized and turned into gas, and then that gas is pretty also instantly superheated, and superheated gas expands a lot, and this is an enclosed environment because they welded the manhole cover shut. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, the scientists just inadvertently turned the planet into a fucking potato gun.
Boom! There it is.
Damn.
Like I said.
Damn.
Or like I quoted him. they turned the Earth into a fucking potato gun. But instead of having a little button on the end of it that you press, they decided, you know what? We're just gonna press a button and that sets off a nuke.
And launched this 2,000-pound manhole cover, presumably into outer space. So, all the scientists, being pros, start asking the question that everybody wants the answer to. How fast do you think that manhole cover was going? So they go to the high-speed camera.
How fast do you think that manhole cover went?
Where do I think that manhole cover went?
No, how fast do you think that manhole cover went?
Lord knows.
Take a guess.
That's just me.
Take a guess.
Yes. I don't know if this is an insult or a compliment, but I'd say Mach 10 in the middle.
Mach 10? That's about
Mach
70.
10.
That's about 7,650 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You're way off.
I think so.
That is
Way off.
That is a hilarious insult.
Okay, this camera is taking one frame per 1,000th of a second. Okay, it's a lot of fucking pictures.
1,000 frames per second.
The manhole cover appears in one singular frame.
The manhole cover appears in one single frame.
Holy shit. That's gotta be 10 times the speed of light, almost.
Nope. That is a vast overestimate, all right?
And that is it. So because it was only captured by a single frame and not multiple frames, they can't calculate how far it was traveling over a period of time. So all they can calculate is the minimum speed that it would have to be going to only be captured by a single frame in the span of the camera shot. And the calculation they came up with was that manhole cover was moving at least 150,000 miles an hour.
150,000 miles an hour.
Holy shit.
That is Mach 195.
Mach 195. Holy shit.
So your guess was 5%. Around 5% of the speed.
No, I was like 10% away from the speed.
No,
because
it
I
was 5%.
was 185. I was
185 times the speed of sound off.
Yeah.
But I'm talking in terms of a factor. You were about 5% of what the speed was.
It is 195 times faster than the speed of sound. And the best part about all this is that this happened prior to Sputnik 1, meaning that if this manhole cover made it into outer space, it was the first man-made object to ever make it into outer space. Buh! It didn't make it into outer space. It would have burnt up in the atmosphere just like meteorites do. Buh! Oh shit, you're right. I completely forgot that every single meteorite that's ever come into the Earth's atmosphere is burnt up completely and never actually makes it to the ground. I'll be right back. I've got to go tell all the dinosaurs to stand up and quit being babies, because clearly they're exaggerating.
Just give him a moment. He'll be right back.
Guys, they're dead.
Yeah.
This is completely different from a meteorite for multiple reasons. For one, a meteorite's never been made out of 2,000 pounds of refined steel. For two, a meteorite's moving at about 30,000 miles an hour when it collides with the Earth's atmosphere. This thing's moving at 150,000 miles an hour, and space is only 62 miles up, okay? This thing made it to outer space in a second. Even friction was like, what the fuck was that?
I like that.
Even friction was just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit! My favorite part of this video. I'll play it again.
This thing made it to outer space in a second. Even friction was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
That's
Friction
pretty
was
accurate.
like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. I bet
Friction.
that if Superman was real, he would be like,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
he would be slowly following it with his eyes.
Yeah. But, by the way, that timing thing, what did you think about it?
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Oh,
Thirdly, the
perfect.
collision with the atmosphere is nothing like a meteorite, right? A meteorite is a rock traveling through the vacuum of outer space with no other forces acting upon it, and it collides with Earth's atmosphere, and then it gets slowed down and it gets burnt up, okay? The manhole cover isn't just moving at 150,000 miles an hour through the atmosphere. It is being propelled by a channeled nuclear explosion with all of the gases, aka the atmosphere behind it, also moving 150,000 miles an hour in the same direction.
Yes, science!
Okay, and just to be clear, I'm not saying that I'm correct. I'm simply saying I'm incredibly ill-equipped to answer this question accurately, and no offense, but there's about a 99.999% chance that you are too. So my verdict in regards to this manhole cover is going to be that it's still up in the air.
Makes sense. Yeah,
It's a
makes
horrible
sense.
dad joke. I'm sorry. Moving on.
Not really. Let's be kind of funny.
He said that the verdict was still up, that it's still up in the air.
Now, fast forward, nuclear testing continued both underground, above ground, and in the atmosphere until 1963, when they signed a treaty with the Soviet Union and Great Britain that the only nuclear testing allowed was going to be underground. Now, fast forward again a couple of decades, and people's concerns over atmospheric nuclear bomb detonations turned out to be 100% legitimate because a ton of people ended up having elevated risks of cancer. Both the 18,000 soldiers that were present at Operation Plum Bob had highly elevated likelihoods of developing leukemia and thyroid cancer, as well as thousands of civilians that were living in towns near the test sites.
You want to know why? The freaking gamma radiation, or X-ray radiation, X-ray gamma, whatever. That shit hits the freaking DNA. That damages that shit, which potentially causes cancer. Okay?
Yes.
And I know what you're thinking. How come
Yes.
those people got cancer, but the guys that literally stood underneath a nuclear bomb as it was detonated didn't? Well, the way...
Well, I actually know I've actually at least kind of figured out, at least this is my thought as to why. They only got one dosage. Everybody else got many, and I mean many doses.
The way that nuclear radiation works is that it dissipates pretty quickly over like 2 to 3 days, and then it's completely gone. Which is why, like, all the old videos and protocols telling you what to do in case of a nuclear attack always told you, you know, duck and cover from the initial blast wave and then make your way inside and stay inside for like a week. After that, the radiation is decayed enough that it shouldn't hurt you. So the guys that were exposed to that bomb directly overhead were exposed to it for presumably 10, 15 minutes before they dipped and left, whereas a lot of these soldiers were exposed to repeated nuclear explosions over and over again, or these towns, the explosions would go up into the atmosphere and the radiation would be caught in the wind, and it would just carpet these towns with radiation for days over and over and over again over the course of years, hundreds of nuclear detonations exposing these people to radiation. Now, fast forward like 3 decades to 1990, the United States government, with its infinite charity and outstanding moral compass, finally decides that they're going to pass the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, where they're going to pay these people that were wrongfully exposed to radiation due to their negligence. If you got cancer and you could prove that it was because of them, they would go ahead and they would give you $75,000 in one lump sum if you were a soldier on the ground, or if you were an innocent civilian just living your life in a town miles and miles away, they would give you $50,000. There's no other legal course that you could take. You can't sue them for more. You can't reject it. Just, here's what I'm going to give you. Fuck off.
Wow, that sounds like a really good deal. How about I give you the finger?
Okay, just so we're on the same page with this,
I'm pretty sure that scene was from the movie The Matrix.
Yeah.
Figured as
I had a
much.
feeling.
United States government takes your tax money, whether.
And here's the thing, I haven't even seen The Matrix.
you want them to or not. You don't get an option. They're taking your money, okay? They then turned that money into radiation that they used to poison Americans with and give them cancer. Then, 30 years after the fact, they decided, you know what, we should make things right by giving the people that survived this long and can actually prove it was our fault, we'll give them like 50 grand. Bear in mind, that 50 grand is also money that was tax money that they took. So they took your money, used it to poison you, and then to pay you off, they gave you some of your money back.
That is the epitome of this quote.
I'm from the government, and I'm here to help.
9 words that you don't want to hear. As said by President Ronald Reagan himself.
Can you understand how absolutely crazy that is? Imagine if somebody walked up to somebody on the street and was like, hey, give me all the money in your wallet or I'm going to throw you in a cage for years against your will. And you're like, okay. And you give them all the money in your wallet. They turn around, they go buy brass knuckles, come back, and then punch you in the face with the brass knuckles that they just bought with your money. And then they look down at you and they're like, oh, I really hurt you, my bad. And then they get into your pocket, find another $20 bill, pull that $20 bill out of your pocket, and then hand it back to you to pay you off for punching you in the face.
It's never too early to learn that the government is a greedy piglet that suckles on a taxpayer's teat until they have sore, chapped nipples.
I gotta end this video.
Way of looking at it.
In conclusion, this has been the story of 6 crazy bastards that volunteered to have a nuclear bomb detonated directly above their head, and that time that America may have accidentally launched a manhole cover into outer space, potentially becoming the first man-made object ever, and that time that the US government poisoned tens of thousands of people with radiation, giving them cancer, and basically had no consequences for it whatsoever. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out. Government giving people cancer with 0 consequences while trying to tell me I can't drink raw milk. I don't even want to drink raw milk. I'm just mad they think they can tell me I
can't. Oh Lord.
All right. We just passed over we just passed over the 2.5 hour mark. What are your hot takes?
All right. This is half-hour hot takes, people. Firstly, I just want to say this one thing. Insomniac, I know that you are watching this, most likely.
They probably
and yes,
are, but
it's for you personally.
Insomniac.
If you do not fix Mystique by the time you release the gameplay demo trailer, you are dead to me. I mean, you've all seen the photos that I had my boy here show. Or my boy here show. Now that I'm seeing it perfectly. Right here. Bitch is built like a fucking butch lesbian from Russia.
Yeah, you already said that, so you guys
the
have
hell?
already seen the footage.
What the
Just check not my previous live stream, but the longest live stream I have to date for that. The 6.5 hour.
Yeah. You want to see it? It'll be right there in that video, in that live stream. I mean.
Yeah, near the end of it.
Now, another hot take. Am I the only one who thinks that the new Call of Duty game should just be called Call of Duty Girl Boss 7? The fuck?
Maybe?
Honestly, like, it's literally what might as well be a black lesbian woman just blocking an entire debris of shrapnel from an explosion with her body and her arm. What the fuck? Is this bootleg Captain America or some shit? Of course we gotta have a black lesbian saving a bunch of men because, hey, stunning and brave, right? What the hell? Another thing. Am I the only one who thinks that Tom Holland might be the perfect casting for a teenager Ben 10 movie? You remember when in the cartoon Ben 10 Alien Force, he was about 15 years old and he got to make the Omnitrix back?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Am I the only one
He
who
put the
thinks that Tom
Omnitrix
Holland
back.
would be the
Yeah.
perfect casting for it?
Who exactly?
Tom Holland.
Oh yeah.
The
I think I've seen that.
the bootleg Spider-Man. I'm sorry, people. Get mad at me. Here's a bootleg Spider-Man. Let's be for real, man. Be for real, okay? And to those of you who even think about glazing Tom Holland and his work as Spider-Man, come on, man. Really? Really? Get a room. Or read a book, people. Seriously. Another hot take I want to bring up.
Yeah?
Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey are the worst people to have been casted for Ellie and Joel. I'm just gonna say it just like that. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. Yes, I know you guys are watching probably this now. Yeah, you guys are the worst to ever play as Joel and Ellie. Okay, honestly, Pedro Pascal, stick to playing as the Mandalorian. Bella Ramsey, accept you're a girl and just move on with your life. Now, who I would have picked to play as Ellie and Joel, you remember that one redhead chick from the 2017 movie It?
Not really. I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I got a picture of her right here. Let me pull up a picture of her. But yeah, in the meantime, honestly, the live action The Last of Us will be hands down, in my opinion, the worst Last of Us show ever. If they do make a Last of Us show remake, by all means, please don't change the lore of the story just for the sake of inclusion, people. Seriously. Okay, here she is. Sophia Lillis. Sophia Lillis. I personally think that she would be perfect as Ellie. Honestly, it kind of fits. It kind of fits.
Movie junkies,
As
tell me.
for
Movie junkies, tell me what you think about that in the comments.
as for who I think would be perfect for playing as Joel, have y'all even seen the movie Logan? Tell me that my brother in Christ here does not look like a perfect live action depiction of what Joel Miller would look like in real life. So, Sophia Lillis and Hugh Jackman should have been casted to play as Ellie and Joel. Okay? Pedro Pascal, stick to playing the Mandalorian. Bella Ramsey, accept that you were born a girl and move on. As for my final hot take, David Corn Sweat, you are the most cucked Superman I've ever seen in live action in my entire life. Honestly, a simp and a cucked Superman. Honestly, it should be Lois Lane simping for Superman. Not because of his powers, but because of his humanity. His inner humanity. Here, she falls in love with his powers first, not him. Let's be for real, people.
She falls in
Henry
love with the
Cavill
super.
is Superman.
She falls in love with the super before the man.
Yeah. Whereas the Lois from Man of Steel fell in love with the man before the super. Let's be for real here. Okay? That Lois will always trump the bullshit 2025 Lois. Let's be for real, people. Cry about it. Get mad at me. Cuss me out. I don't care. You hate the facts? Cry about it to your mommies. I don't care. I'm here to speak the truth and only the truth. You don't like the truth? Hey, too damn bad. The truth hurts. The truth fucking hurts. Honestly, all I gotta say is this. Hashtag bring back the Snyderverse. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Hashtag bring back Henry Cavill's Superman. Okay, he is Superman. I don't care what anybody says. He and Christopher Reeves will always be my two number one favorite Supermen. I don't care what anybody says. Because one in the 1970s movie with Christopher Reeves Superman, he says, and I quote, "Yes, I'm here to fight for truth, justice, and the American way." Tell me that is not pure Superman right there.
Oh yeah.
And
That
also,
definitely sounds
they
like
did a
Superman.
similar thing. Yeah, they did a similar thing to that line in Man of Steel, in case you guys don't know or realize that. Okay. When the general asked him, I'll ask the obvious question. How do we know you won't one day act against America's interests? And then Superman replies with, I grew up in Kansas, General. I'm about as American as it gets. Man. The fact that he says that he grew up in Kansas, then that's the absolute pure American he can get. My guy, how do you not respect an alien from another planet in another galaxy? How do you not respect an alien who said that, who let those words escape his lips? Seriously, that is Superman. Henry Cavill is Superman, and Christopher Reeve is Superman. Now, I know that there are some people out there who grew up with Smallville. I'll admit it, I grew up with Smallville too. But season 6, episode 9 has to be the cringiest episode I've ever seen in my life. Because it is literally the same thing what they did in Superman 2025. And I quote, was it legal when you forged my adoption papers? I'm an illegal immigrant, Mom. You've been harboring me for over 17 years. Motherfucker! You are an alien! You're an alien! Monster too! Oh, hey! This is the government. We just found a little boy who more likely fell from the meteor shower. Could you please draw some adoption papers for us? They will take you away and experiment you on site. They would have experimented you on the spot.
They will set up a facility right there.
Exactly, right where you stand. In 2 seconds, you are being experimented on. Even as a child. Because, hey, mind you, he was a kid, damn near 8 years old, when he found his parents. When usually, it is the parents who find him instead. From the meteor shower, or not the meteor shower, but the one meteor that crashed into their farm. The fact that they had Clark literally refer to himself as an illegal immigrant in season 6, episode 9 of Smallville is such a change to the lore of Superman because he's here to fight for truth, justice, and the American way. The American way, following the law. And here, in this episode, he is helping someone who crossed over illegally escape. Escape! I'm not even kidding. If you have a copy, my brother in Christ, if you have a copy of Smallville season 6, episode 9, please watch it and go check it out. He is helping someone who crossed over to this country illegally, evade the law. Get mad. I don't care. Get mad, people. Okay? And Mr. Welling, if you are watching this, I'm sorry, but that is the biggest lore break to Superman you have ever done in this show. You'll always have my respect as a Superman variant, but Jesus Christ, you could have had him be more lore accurate and literally fighting for truth, justice, and the American way, like what Christopher Reeve said in his movie. That's it for today's half-hour hot take, if it even was half an hour.
Nah, it was
All right,
about,
go
like,
ahead
it
and
was
do your
more or less
outro, my
about
friend.
15 minutes, but yeah.
15 minutes. Okay, all right. Hey, close to half an hour. All right, then. I'll take it.
All right, so there you
All right,
go.
go ahead and do your outro, my friend.
There's
You
more.
have some next time.
Yep, there's more of Wolfie Plays hot takes and whatnot. So, honestly, I think even though I irregularly stream, probably I wouldn't be surprised if every time that I have him on, we should probably just do a segment at the end where he just brings some hot takes and whatnot.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we should do that. Make that a routine. Like I know it's your channel. I know it's your live stream, but still, it would be nice. It would be nice to have a sort of 15-minute hot take chat at the end of every video or every live stream.
Yeah, it's more or less a rant from you because I'm not a movie autistic. I'm not a movie junkie. You are.
And or a show junkie, like a TV show junkie.
But if it were to deal with something like Ben 10, Ed and Eddie, maybe Courage the Cowardly Dog, you could probably get a couple. You could probably get a couple inputs from me.
Yeah. Also, am I the only one who's firstly, are you familiar with the redhead from Stranger Things? Or at least seen pictures?
No, I am not familiar with Stranger Things pretty much in the slightest.
All right, well, one of the actresses is a redhead. And in many AI videos, one is shown where Tom Holland is dressed as teenage Ben 10.
Okay.
And that girl, the redhead, dressed as Gwen. Honestly, that would be perfect. That would be perfect to have those two play as Ben Tennyson and Gwendolyn.
Just give me a moment, cause
no problem, man.
Yep.
I'm wondering if this all got on audio or if it did the same thing as the last one.
Hold on, just give me 1 second. Last bit right here. The Ed and Eddie voice actors.
Oh boy, it's gonna be good.
We are at Rhode Island Comic Con. Yeah, it's awesome. So many suckers to scam.
You can obviously tell who the voice actor for Eddie is because he
dressed
up as Eddie.
Oh my god! I feel so fucking old!
Same here, and I don't give a shit!
Yes.
These three guys defined my childhood! Alright, let's keep going.
I went to the green room and it wasn't green at all. So many quarters.
Hello, Ada.
So many jobs.
You have anything to say to the son of a shepherd?
Beat it, Rolf. We're trying to figure out how to scam these suckers for everything. Jawbreaker. What a bunch of dorks.
Yeah. The Rolf and Kevin had the same voice actor in that moment.
Jesus H. Christ.
Let's keep going.
I can't wait.
Let's go.
What the hell am I doing here?
Oh my
Double
Lord.
D was the first one to
My
swear.
childhood.
Double D was the first one to say any swear word.
How about that? I'll be damned.
So how about that? And
Yeah,
as soon
honestly.
as I saw that, I exploded in laughter.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. And if you're still sharing screen,
yep,
there should be like AI videos of like sort of AI casting Ben 10 Alien Force. Hopefully, there's something.
Oh, that also reminds me. I'm thinking the next time I have you on, Server Blight stuff. The Server Blight stuff can hold off. I actually want to do an actual blind reaction from myself and from Wolfie Plays here of a little thing called 5 Years Later from the Ink Tank. It is a fan-made comic, a fan-made crossover comic between Ben 10 and Danny Phantom.
That sounds juicy.
Oh yeah.
That sounds juicy.
And how about this on for size? I'm just gonna give a little bit of the 12th episode right at the very end, just to see what Wolfie's reaction is to it. All right?
All right.
So here it is.
Is this what you've been waiting for?
Is this Alien X or Ultraman Taro?
It's Alien X.
Yo.
But did you recognize the voice?
Go ahead. Go back. I want to hear it one more time.
Is this what you've been waiting for?
Who was it? The very voice actor of Alien X! From the
Yuri
official
Lowenthal?
series!
Seriously? Jesus Christ.
They got voice actors from the official series to do this. To help out.
Jesus Christ. Now I cannot help but feel like they might just cuck the hell out of Alien X.
That's just a name.
I mean,
all right?
I know, but like seriously, of all the voice actors, Yuri Lowenthal? What?
Okay, so
Come
apparently,
on.
yeah, apparently he's not a fan, but
He literally plays a cucked Peter Parker in Marvel Spider-Man 2.
oh.
Like he's not the hero of the game anymore. It's literally Square Jaw, that liberal, lesbian Mary Jane and Miles Morales, who are the heroes of this game. And Peter is just portrayed as the one that deserves to be saved instead of being the real hero of the game. The man might as well be walking around with a shirt that says, "Hey, I am a cuck. Please, by all means, all dominatrix women, please peg me up the ass." Jesus Christ.
Alright. Well,
Look, I have all respect for Yuri Lowenthal as a voice actor because he played a perfect Spider-Man in the 2018 game. But Jesus H. Christ Almighty. You should have fought for the right to be the hero of the story in your other games. Jesus Christ, man. Grow some balls.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna show him. I'm not gonna give any spoilers to you guys, but I am going to show him some of the stuff that happens in the 5 years later comics. You're gonna see his reaction, but you're not gonna see the video itself. Okay?
Okay. Alright. Give it the best shot. Wait, are you sharing your screen on Discord or?
Hold on. No, I'm not. Whoops, my bad.
Okay.
Alright.
Did it wrong right there. They portrayed it wrong right there. People, yeah, they got the flat hand circle. They got that part, but he was supposed to hand circle, then push forward.
Yep. It's kind of an anime. It's kind of like an animated comic. So
Yeah.
a little bit of restrictions and whatnot, but I mean, this is a low budget. It's kind of it became funded, but it started out as a passion project.
Yeah.
So, take it right there. What do you think so far?
Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Is it actually in line with Alien X? They basically pit Ben 10 as Alien X up against another reality warper.
That's crazy.
So, did at least the ink tank do Ben 10's Alien X justice? Did they do it justice?
Potentially, yeah. Except the first time he became Alien X, he was locked in a trance against two cosmic beings.
Yep.
Well, not against, but with two cosmic beings.
Bellicus and Serena.
Where he was basically frozen as a statue in real life.
Yeah.
As Alien X.
But yeah, in Omniverse, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen because he does talk to them, and he actually convinces the two of them to work together and effectively reset the universe. So Alien X does that with some tweaks. And then you got the episode of Universe v. Tennyson and whatnot, where basically, if he loses the case, the universe that he was in gets destroyed permanently. And so, and spoiler alert, they go to the Tetraman trial of combat, where the winner of the fight wins the case. And so, the court basically calls the Galactic Gladiator, another celestial sapien, to take on Ben 10. And
well,
Ben 10,
shit.
yep.
How about them?
And Ben 10, during the fight, after he transforms into Alien X and the Galactic Gladiator just starts punching him repeatedly, kind of like annoying Alien X a little bit, Ben convinces Bellicus and Serena to say, hey, I'll let you two argue all you want if you give me the keys to Alien X. I'll leave you alone and leave you two to argue between the two of you, and just give me the keys to Alien X. Effectively, he said, I'll let you two do what you want, just let me be the one in control. And
all right, I see.
They agreed to it.
All right,
Ben 10, after doing that, whoops the Galactic Gladiator's ass. He whoops the Galactic Gladiator's ass. Another celestial sapien.
Well, how about that? Well, that's one blind reaction that you want from me. I've seen this right here, but I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this. Pretty sure you haven't seen this. There is a clip around there called Superman versus Conquest.
I think I've seen that. Well, we'll probably check it out.
The full movie, or okay, now the full clip, or just bits and pieces?
Not even bits and pieces. I just saw it in my YouTube feed every now and then. Yeah,
so just mostly
maybe we'll check it out.
All right. Now go ahead and do your outro, my friend.
All right, that's gonna be it for this stream. Calling it there. I decided to show Wolfie Plays here some Fat Electrician, kind of consensual, and habitual line crosser as well. We'll probably do that. We'll probably do that reaction of 5 years later. I've only seen the kind of like tail end of episode 12, and all of episode 13. But up until that point, I have not seen any of it. Well, more or less. But I have, the one thing I do know is that the voice actor of Grandpa Max does come back. And
wow.
Yeah, they got some of the voice actors from the original series from the franchise to actually do the voice acting.
The respect.
Yeah.
The respect.
Yeah. Even someone like Yuri Lowenthal. They did manage to get the original. They got the attention of the original voice actors, so you've got to give them that.
Yeah.
Political alignment aside for now, okay? You've got to give them the respect. Anyways, that's gonna be it. And as far as this stream is concerned, my mission was accomplished. So, with that, one more thing, before I officially end the stream, as I have said before, go check out Wolfie Plays over here on his stream, or not his stream, his YouTube channel. Let me just pull it up real quick. It's around here somewhere. I keep fucking, there it is. All right. So once again, check him out. Yep, there's his YouTube channel right there. So go check him out. Go subscribe. Tell him I sent you. And with that, I will be heading out. We'll be seeing you the next time whenever we do that 5 years later reaction or a Silver Blight reaction, or maybe it'll be both. Who knows? With that, we're out. Keep it real. Keep it safe. And hang in there. Things will get better. We will see you guys in the next one.
Take care, y'all.